following is a presentation of Radio Plus Sports and Jeff's live streams.
4th down and 10 for the Spartans. Here comes the blitz off of the corner, and they get there, and it's going to be turned over on downs.
Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association first place winner for best digital production in the state.
Delmacher rolling out to the left, flips the hips over the middle. He's got him! Brody Highland to
Expert analysis and top-notch production.
Takes a step off, spins around. He's back in the packet.
House, Katie's Log Cabin, Generations Lanes, and Angling Only. PT Tire and Service.
Pino Construction, Verhaeg's Furniture, Schaefer Auto,
AirTech, Coal, Oil, and Propane. Witt Services, Pioneer Keg.
Lidkey Lumber, Hoffs of Brownsville, Municipal Well and Pump.
All Face Heating, Cooling Geo. Back in Action. Brock Fleischer, Homestead Realty.
Ergo Bank Lomira, Maxwell Plumbing, Metalcraft of Mayville.
Michaels Corporation, Quest Interiors, Schroffnagel Implement, Skyline Roofing.
Surefire Heating and Cooling, Keller Buildings.
Let's go live to the Radio Plus Sports broadcast booth with Jeff's live stream, providing game day coverage.
That offers online and mobile banking. We're a bank where you're our best interest. Bank at the bank you own. Mayville Savings Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Precision engineering. Rigorous attention to detail. A Bryant Evolution heating system is so well designed, it's as much of a joy to install as it is to use.
good to go.
Ripon and Fox Lake. Perfect tailgating treats include the freshest cuts of beef, chicken, and pork, along with award-winning sausages and cheese. Remember to stop at the Fox Lake location, now bigger and better than ever to meet your needs. Leroy Meats also provides venison processing. For precise cuts and the tastiest products, hunters know to go to Leroy Meats. Find this week's lunch menu, coupons, and hours at LeroyMeats.com. Nobody beats Leroy Meats. Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy, pre- and post-orthopedic surgery, to work and sports injuries. The staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to you and your recovery. Your personal care plan starts with a visit to Back in Action in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein. Back in Action, getting you back in the game. BackinActionRehab.com.
Katie's Log Cabin is a great place to...
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Ray Dunn Field. Sorry about that. We had some internet issues going on. Got them fixed and back up and running. The Cards take on the Omro Foxes. They continue their perfect stretch in the Flyway Conference. Justin Schwartzmiller, Jordan King, Andy Staplefeld down on the field. Jordan, welcome back to Ray Dunn.
Yeah, it's my first football game at Ray Dunn of the season, and I am looking forward to it. I've seen the Cards a couple of times on the road, big wins in the Flyway against WLA, that tight one against the Vikings, and then obviously the blowout a week ago against St. Mary's Springs that really, I think that's one that's going to put them on the map and make everyone else that's in Division 5 pay attention to them, what they did last week to the Ledgers. And, I'm excited here. Ray Dunn, one of the great fields to take in a high school football game in the area, and excited for a good one tonight between the Cards and the Foxes.
Temperatures have dropped quite a lot here. It was a very warm day, and got an Indian summer kind of action going on here in early October, but that little fall crisp is coming in. Trees in the background starting to change some colors. We're going to step aside. We'll run a couple of ads. We'll come back with the interview with Coach Scott Hilber after this on Radio Plus, Video Sports, and Jeff's live stream.
Lunch or dinner, grab one of the daily specials or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry, Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options, appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin.
At Bernhardt Plumbing, true craftsmen are who we are. Providing customer satisfaction is what we do.
For new construction or remodeling projects, we cover the full spectrum of plumbing design, installation, and code compliance. Bernhardt Plumbing does it right down to the smallest detail.
Our experience with Bernhard Plumbing has been absolutely fabulous. They are reliable, dependable, trustworthy, and professional.
Since 1954, a legacy of service, quality, and customer satisfaction.
At Warner Harmson, we believe your home should be as comfortable as it is beautiful. From timeless classics to today's latest trends, we carry quality furniture to fit any room that's built to last. With hometown service, affordable prices, and dependable delivery, Warner Harmson makes loving your space feel easy. Visit WarnerHarmson.com to view our comfortable, quality, and stylish furniture today.
Welcome back to the pregame show here on Radio Plus Video Sports, and Jeff Sliveson's here with Coach Scott Hilber. Coach, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having us again.
Coach, we'll start last week, a big win for you guys in conference play, continuing to stay undefeated overall and in conference, 35-0 over St. Mary Springs.
It was a big win, regardless of the circumstances. Anytime you're playing a team at the caliber of Springs and execute the way we did, we were pretty pleased with that and the result, obviously. And right now, we have to continue to stay level, that film, and find ways to get better as a football team.
Defense has been stellar the last couple weeks, back-to-back shutouts. Obviously, we know that you guys pride yourselves in defense and being the physical team. Did you see that again last week?
Oh, absolutely. The physicality of it. I think we're tackling better. We're running better. Everyone's getting a little more comfortable, and we're playing more aggressive. We're still making mistakes, which is frustrating, but then again, that's always what you need to kind of keep your kids on a level track. Always be able to look at ways in which we're fundamentally making mistakes, within our defense. And if we can get those things shored up, we'll be much happier moving forward.
Coach, you got the last 3 weeks of the season coming up here. Obviously, you take it 1 week at a time, but you guys want to continue to build and build and build. Have you done that throughout the season to get yourselves ready for the playoffs? And obviously take on Omro this week.
Well, every week you have to prepare for an opponent, and every week you also have to be internally focused. And that's kind of like the two parts of practice. How do we get better as a football team, and how do we prepare for the next team? Us preparing as getting better as a football team, that's the easy part. Our coaches do a good job of keeping our kids humbled, let's say, just to understand what you're doing well, but what you're not doing well, and we have to continue to improve. And then preparing for the next team. One thing that's really interesting about our conference this year is, every week there's been competitive games, which is great. We looked at Omro and Laconia. I mean, they had a real tight battle, came down to the wire. And then Laconia played Springs really tough, down 3 points going into the fourth quarter. And looking at Omro last week against WLA, playing tough. The fourth quarter got away from them, but up until then, it was a real competitive football game. So the teams in our conference, we've improved overall from a year ago. I think there's a lot more balance, and you got to be ready to play every single week. And we're fired up. It's homecoming week for us, but we've had a good week of practice. The kids have been pretty focused, and we're ready to go.
You take on Omro this week, obviously 500 in the conference. You mentioned them a little bit. What can you guys do this week to make yourselves ready to win this game?
You got to have the mindset, like you say, of what do we want our identity to be, and our identity is to be a downhill running team. We're gonna play hard. We're gonna play fast, play aggressive, play smart. Don't do too many things that's out of our comfort zone. We have to continue to improve our athleticism. I keep looking back to week one when we played Cedar Grove, Belgium, and gave up 20 points, and primarily it was because we didn't cover very well. And I felt that our guys are doing a much better job of that. We're getting faster. We're playing faster. We should say that. And our athletes are starting to show up and get their confidence. And Omro will challenge you because they got some matchup problems. I really like how their receivers get off the line. They work hard to get open. Quarterback's an athletic kid. He's a dual threat. And if you give him time, he can launch it. And so what you got to do is not give him so much time. and their backs run hard. I just think overall, I see that team that, they're coached well. Definitely improved from a year ago. I think they're on the right track. And, we just got to, like we say every week, we're going to get everyone's best shot, and everyone deserves to get our best shot as well.
Obviously, homecoming week at Mayville, we always know the festivities everywhere for homecoming is always a big thing. What's your message to the guys to keep their heads in it for the entire week?
That's the messaging going into the Springs game that, we don't know what our ceiling is, and I'm not ready to put one on these guys. And, but whatever that is, I want to find out. And the way to do that is we got to make our football team a priority. We have to protect our team. We can't put ourselves in vulnerable situations. We can never get too high. We can't get too low. We gotta really limit our bad mistakes, both on and off the field. And like I said to the boys after the game, I said next week's homecoming. I want you guys to have fun. You deserve to participate in the festivities of homecoming. But what's our priority? And almost in unison, all 10 boys said Omro, and I said absolutely. I love to hear that. I'm finding homecoming is less a distraction on the kids than more of a distraction it is on me and some of the other coaches with all the extra duties that go into homecoming. We're kind of feel like our preparation has been rushed, but ultimately we are prepared, and we always make sure that we come up to practice ready to go. We've made it through the week. It's our weeks are pretty regimented. We have a schedule. The kids know what the schedule is, and when we were on point this week like any other week.
Coach, health of the team good?
The health of the team is good. You always want to knock on wood, and you don't want to say that too loud. But the boys have done a really good job of taking care of themselves. We're getting in a good line rotation, which is great. We're getting more people on the football field, which is really important to us. That's something we didn't do a very good job of earlier in the year, but that's getting better. And hopefully we can continue on the right track with that.
Coach, anything else you would like to add on the pregame show?
No, I just appreciate you guys being there for us and showcasing high school football every week. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Scott, for joining us on the pregame show. That was Coach Scott Hilber with Justin Schwartzman, and we'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports and Jeff's live streams.
Service with Captain Jeremy Brenner.
Captain Jeremy Brenner here. We are the premier Lake Michigan salmon charter out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Each trip is 6 hours and includes fish cleaning. The cost is $400 per trip Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and only $340 on weekdays for up to 6 people. I personally guarantee you will catch fish. The season runs June through Labor Day. Contact me at anglingonlyfishing@gmail.com to book today and check out my Facebook page, Captain Jeremy Brenner, Sheboygan Salmon.
Welcome back here in the pregame show on Radio Plus Video Sports and Jeff's live stream. We're going to talk about the Omro Foxes sitting at 3-3. I believe 2-2 in the conference, right, Jordan?
That's correct. Yeah, last week was a big game for them. They played WLA. Both teams were 2-1 going into it, and it was only 10-0 at halftime. They were, they've played a couple of low-scoring, tight games. They beat Green Bay West earlier in the season in a game that was in the teens. They beat Laconia in a game that was in the teens. So, yeah, they've done a nice job defensively. Obviously, WLA able to kind of impose their will a little bit more in the second half and win that one 31-0 going away. But, Omro, you're going to try to run the ball, pound the ball. Obviously, that's going to be tough tonight against this stout Mayville defense. But they also have shown the propensity to throw the football around a little bit. Lucas Kasabuski is one of the, statistically, yardage-wise, one of the best quarterbacks in the conference. Now, he really has struggled to take care of the football the last couple of weeks, but you can almost forgive some of that because, they've played some really tough competition. There are 3 losses this year, one in the non-conference to Winneconne, who looks like they could win Division IV state championship. One is to WLA, and one is to Lamira. So, that's 3 really quality teams that their losses have come against this far into the season. And obviously tonight they're going to play a really quality team as well.
Kasabuski thrown for just under 500 yards this year. He's thrown 8 picks with 4 touchdowns. And Favorite target on the outside is Keegan Miller. Jordan, you and I had talked off air about this. They have the ability. They'd like to throw the ball up. I mean, they do.
Yeah, and Keegan Miller, I mean, they're running back, 463 on the ground, and as you mentioned, out of the backfield, they'll look for him there as well. Ralphie King out wide. And then their tight end, Nick Steffen, is a big-bodied target that they like to go to on third and fourth down type of situations, short yardage situations where they can just kind of throw it up. So, yeah, it's a multiple offense, and I think that's the one thing that Coach Eric Dahl, this is his second season in charge. I've really liked what he's done in terms of taking over a program that had lost a big senior class a couple of years ago. These Omro in the COVID year was contending with Lamira to be the best team in the conference, and so this is a program that not too long ago was right up there with the best of them in the flyway, played kind of that smash mouth football. They had a really big senior class graduate in either 21 or 22, and since then it's kind of been a little bit of a rebuild and a retool. But I like what Coach Dahl has done in his 2 years to kind of make this offense a little more multiple, throw the ball a little bit more, try to spread teams out a little bit and get Keegan Miller a little more space inside. Obviously, it's a tough task tonight going against Mayville.
We'll flip the script here. We'll talk about Mayville quickly. Jordan, they're 6-0, 4-0 in the conference. Obviously, back-to-back shutouts for them. They're scoring. The defense is there. We had talked previously, you and I had talked earlier in the year that we said Mayville, and we thought it was Mayville's conference to lose. Would you say at this point you would agree with what we thought early in the year?
Yeah, they've been better than I thought than even and I you're right. I mean, we kind of said we both thought Mayville were the favorites, and I think obviously if WLA is healthy, that game maybe looks a little different. And preseason, I'll just be honest, if WLA was completely healthy, I would have picked WLA over Mayville, but obviously they weren't, and that's that's the reality of this season. But yeah, Mayville has looked even better than I thought they might. I mean, you look at what they've had over the last couple of years with their stellar running attack, and I mean, it hasn't taken a step back. I mean, you could maybe argue it's more explosive this year with Landon Baker and Joe Promersberger. Throw in Tanner Schneider as well. He's done a nice job. Kevin Keller's had a couple of big carries around the edge too. Emerson Middlestat just really calm, cool, collected as the quarterback. This is one of the best iterations of this wing tee that we've seen from Coach Hilber's squad in some time, and obviously that's high praise considering what they've done over the last 5 years.
And we flip the side. I mean, you say their offense, you know what their offense is going to give you. You go to the other side of the ball, the defense. I mean, we always know Mayville always has a great defense, but it seems this year that to me their battle is always won on the interior line, whether it's offensively or defensively. We don't mention it. I try to mention it as much as I can. Obviously, you had Stagger returning from last year, honorable mention All-State.
Yep.
It makes a lot of sense.
It does. Mayville, so you look at the power index on Bound Wisconsin, they're second in Division 5 in the power index ranking on Bound Wisconsin. This is a team that is not only fighting for a conference championship, but it's worth noting they're fighting for a 1 seed in the postseason as well. And so they're going to, not only do they want to win these last 3 weeks, they want to put it together in the right way because they're not going to get a ton of seeding points this week and next week with Omro and Laconia. That final week against Lamira is going to be a big one, obviously. But to your point, they are averaging giving up 5.8 points per game. They have 3 shutouts on the season, and then they held Winnebago Lutheran, who we are finding out in a hurry is a very explosive offense. They held them to 7 points, and they gave up 8 to North Fond du Lac. So this is a team that beating their opponents by 33 points per game. They're going out there and they're just pummeling people.
And it's funny you say like that. The 3 touchdowns they gave up touchdowns to Cedar Grove, Belgium, a very good football team.
Correct.
In a very good conference, and it was also the first game of the season, and the defense has only gotten better.
Yeah, and when they played, Cedar Grove, Belgium was ranked. And like there's a chance that by the end of the season, depending on Winnebago Lutheran, I mean, if WLA, there's a small possibility. I mean, but there's a chance WLA could be ranked by the end of the season if they can beat Lomira and take care of their business the rest of the season. WLA, there's an avenue for them to be ranked right now in some of the playoff ranking metrics. WLA is ranking near a top 15 team. So you're talking about a team that's barely just scraped themselves back to 500, and they could be a 3 or a 4 seed in the postseason, and if things fall right for them, they could be as high as maybe even a 2 seed, which is almost ridiculous to say, having started 0-3 in their season. But yeah, I think Mayville, I mean, goodness me, this defense is something ferocious.
And you talked about the rankings in Division 5. Mayville officially sits at 4, ahead of them Grantsburg, Amherst, and Northwestern. And between Grantsburg and Amherst, powerhouse programs in Division 5 and have been for years. With your Mayville, for me, the way I look at it is they're sitting at a comfortable 6-0 here. I think obviously we take out some non-quality wins in the conference that they've had. Other than that, I mean, Springs is a quality win, and it was a very big quality win.
Correct. Yeah, Springs was ranked. Lomira will be ranked when they play at the end of the season, almost certainly. So Cedar Grove, Belgium was ranked. We talked about it. So, yeah, currently there is Andy Lavoie. Now, this is AndyLavoie.com, AndyLavoy.com. You can go there. He has the matrix. Now, these are unofficial, okay? So this is not what the WIAA is going to use, but he has taken what they use in Ohio, and the WIAA might tweak some things, but he's taken what they use in Ohio, and he's applied that to the state of Wisconsin. In Division 5, Mayville is number 5 right now in that ranking with 18 points. That would put them as a 2 seed in bracket C along with Amherst. And Amherst played WLA earlier this year and beat the Vikings fairly handily. But I think that would give you see that in your Mayville, and you're thinking to yourself, we can play with a team like Amherst for sure. So, yeah, you mentioned it. There's a lot of really good teams in Division 5. There's good teams in every division. But there's an opportunity for Mayville here to sneak themselves into the 1 seed conversation by winning out. And then, you get a lot of games at Ray Dunn.
That being said, you can listen to all this on Flyway Focus with Jordan. He comes out with a sports report every morning.
Yeah, and I can't help myself because I have it pulled up right now. Winnebago Lutheran is 14, so there you go. That would make them a 4 seed in bracket C along with Mayville. So that would be obviously some crazy. That would be crazy if that happened. Omro currently 26th, though they are a playoff team, as is Laconia. But obviously there's still plenty of season left to go. So we'll see. I would expect those two to probably drop out, but right now they're hanging tough.
That being said, we got a lot of games going on tonight. I know Waupun is at Berlin. We have Oakfield at home for their homecoming. Elmira is at home against North Fond du Lac for their homecoming. St. Mary Springs heads to Campbellsport. I think that's Campbellsport's homecoming as well. I mean,
it might have been last week against North Fondy. Trying to think. One of the 2 weeks.
I know they had some signs up at the school yesterday when we were there for volleyball.
You're right.
Maybe I was wrong. Maybe they left them up. I don't know. That being said, we got about 50 seconds-ish left on the clock here in Mayville at Ray Dunn. We're going to step aside. We'll come back after the national anthem after this on Radio Plus, Video Sports, and Jeff's live stream.
Skyline Home Improvements, LLC is a proud sponsor celebrating 25 years. Cody and Dwayne are proud to be a 4-star certified CertainTeed single installer, offering up to a 50-year warranty on shingles and a 10-year warranty on workmanship. Whether it's a steel roof or rubber roof and shingles, make the right choice. Skyline Home Improvements, LLC. Free estimates, of course, from the football guys at Skyline Home Improvements. So what do you say? Let's get started on your home improvement.
At Mayville Savings Bank, we're a bank that is here for you, helping you save money instead of piling on service fees. We still take walk-ins, no appointment necessary. We're a bank where your loan is a local decision with friendly employees that still answer our phones. A bank that offers online and mobile banking.
Warner Harmson, we do it all. Visit warnerharmson.com and book your free consultation today.
We're a bank where you're our best interest. Bank at the bank you own. Mayville Savings Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Precision engineering. Rigorous attention to detail. A Bryant Evolution heating system is so well designed, it's as much of a joy to install as it is to use.
Good to go.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
AirTech Heating, doing whatever it takes. Generations Lanes of El Dorado. Join one of our adult or kids leagues or bowl in our monthly Friday night tournament. Or get a group together for a family or corporate bowling function. We are more than just bowling. A great spot to bring your family for a meal. Awesome homemade pizzas and soups, as well as appetizers, wraps, and sandwiches. Daily food specials. Fish Fry Friday. Open daily at 11 with the kitchen open late. Ask about us catering your next function. We are home to Laconia Bowling and proud supporter of the Laconia Spartans and all student athletes.
Coal Oil and Propane is committed to establishing and upholding lasting relationships with our respected customers. We pledge to provide exceptional and reliable service, exceeding your expectations, and are dedicated to continuous improvement, embracing and driving change to better serve you. Whether you need service for residential, commercial, or agricultural, Coal Oil and Propane has you covered. Our goals are simple: great products, competitive pricing, and reliable service. Contact Coal Oil and Propane for all your fuel and lubricant needs. Trust Coal Oil and Propane.
Rediscover the hometown lumberyard experience in your own backyard. Hi, this is Dave, third generation of the family owned and operated.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports and Jeff's live streams. Mayville was elected to go with their offense. Now we got smoke out there. Poor Andy, he's out in the smoke. They start off with Joe Brommersberger. Happy homecoming.
You can't get a shot like that anywhere else than Jeff's live streams and Radio Plus, man.
Nope, it seems to be pretty good. We got that rolling right there.
I can say that from up here in the press box.
Yeah, and I'm sure we got a smoke screen. Andy's probably coughing up a storm down there. He's putting his arms up like, yeah.
He's all right.
I can't see anything.
He's a tough guy. He's tough, man.
Jordan, I mean, for what we see out of Mayville, and you see the size that they have. We talked about WLA to me at the offensive line position defensive line was the only team that I thought had that size.
Yeah, and we're going to see some of that tonight with Omro, but certainly, yeah, it's WLA. I think it will. Looking back at the end of the season, that was an opportunity probably missed for the Vikings. And if that game happens maybe this week or last week or around this time of the season when WLA is a little healthier, that would be a really fun game to watch. And obviously, always an opportunity that could happen in the postseason. With I just mentioned some of the seeding possibilities. By the way, just to put a bow on that, because I'm a geek and that's how I am. Lemira 9th in Division 6, Springs 11th in Division 6, so both of them would be 3 seeds currently. Now, obviously, a lot of ball game left. If Lemira would happen to win out, that would include a win against Mayville. They would find themselves in guaranteed 2 potential 1 seed territory down in Division 6 as well, which you could argue the top of D6 might be better than the top of D5. Don't tell Mayville that, though, because Mayville might be the best team in the state.
Parker Kasabuski back to receive, as well as, I believe that's number 18. Is that Carly? Logan Carly?
It's either Carly or it's, Carly's the up man right in front of him. That's Ralphie King back there, too.
All right. I wish Ralphie King would not roll up his jersey, Mr. King. I could be able to see a little.
Hey, Ralphie King, a 3-time conference champ in the spring in track and field. Won the 100, the 200, and the high jump.
You're telling me don't kick him the football?
I will say Gannon Schwartz was out injured, but Ralphie King was dusting the competition back in the spring. So
squibs it.
Don't think that was a bad idea to kick away from him.
Goes to Kasabuski, gets knocked out of bounds. We'll see this Fox's offense against the Cardinals defense to start. And Omro with a little bit, I'd say, the unconventional style in the Flyweight Conference compared to what we see in other teams, Jordan?
Yeah, I think them and Laconia. Now, some of this, and North Fondy, yeah, Lemire you could throw in there. They are the 4 most pass-heavy teams that you'll find in this conference. Some of that out of necessity. But I like I said in the pregame, I like the way that, Coach Dahl has started to kind of spread some things out. I think Lucas Kasabuski has the talent to be able to run that kind of offense, and it can only help players like Keegan Miller, their star running back.
They will try to, we'll see where they go here. Will they give it to him? They'll drop back the pass. Kasabuski looks to the far side. Into the hands of his receiver, wrapped up in the middle of the field to pick up 8. And they'll give him 7.5.
Yeah, nice job there on the in-cutting route for Ralphie King. See him right away. And right on the money that time from Kasabuski, and a good start for Omro. Hey, don't wait till you're down to start throwing the football. I don't mind them coming out here and being aggressive here on the first possession of the ball game.
It will give him officially 7. It'll make it 2nd and 3. Kasabuski under center. Will hand to the fullback. Bounces to the outside. Kicks back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he'll get a half a yard. Not a whole lot of room to go. The Cardinals' interior defensive line got in there right away.
Yeah, Will Stelmacher and Springs found that out last week, that is a tough place to try to run the football. Stelmacher, one of the best runners in the Flyweight Conference. He only ended up with 7 yards a week ago. So it's just good luck trying to run in there with Owen Stager and Bernecki and the rest of the guys up front against this stellar defensive line.
3rd and 3. They will pitch. Miller tries to cut it back up to the middle of the field. Gets to about the first down marker. Breaks a tackle. Powers forward. Down to the 41. Good run from Miller.
Yeah, Keegan Miller's another one of those. He's a flyway running back, right? Jack Renz, Will Stelmacher, you see it with Landon Baker. All these guys, physical runners, guys who truly run behind their pads. And that was a nice cut there from Keegan Miller. And a first down early here for the Foxes. It took Springs a good quarter and a half to pick up their first down against Mayville last week. So good start here for Omro.
They will hand back to Keegan Miller. Tries to find a hole. Falls forward. Will pick up 1. It'll make it 2nd and 9. Good push from the D-line. And Stager in on the bottom of the pile.
Stager is it's so fun to watch. Obviously, sometimes line play gets over. You said it pregame. So line play gets overlooked so often, but his ability to wreak havoc, and then Tate Drinkwine has been excellent along with Owen Bernecki off the edges. Those two in particular really had a big impact in that WLA game at the start of the conference season.
Dave Lambaskis saying go Cards, watching from Holland, Michigan, graduate of 76 of Mayville. They'll go back to Miller. Actually, this time they go to the up back. Try to power forward. I believe that is Carly, the fullback. He'll pick up about 3. Make it 3rd and a little bit more manageable, 3rd and 6. The one thing I would say about the when you get into long down and distances on 3rd down against this Cards defense, that's when they really thrive.
Yeah, it allows that defensive line to kind of pin their ears back and come after you a little bit. And Xander Lenz didn't have much time last week. So, yeah, Omro's doing a nice job of trying to stay ahead of the sticks. You see it with their running backs. They all fall forward. Carly did there as well.
Kasabuski drops back to pass. Cards in immediately. Kasabuski steps up, runs to the outside, powers forward, picks up the first down. Good decision by Lucas Kasabuski. Will pick up the first down after a gain of about 8. It'll be 1st and 10 Foxes into Mayville territory.
Yeah, as long as I'm talking about track and field stars, Lucas Kasabuski is another one. He's the 800 and 2-mile champ in the mile champ, in the Flyway Conference. And he went to state in both events this year and podiumed in the 800. So he had a tremendous spring as well. Great athlete, good basketball player too.
Omro once again under center. They will hand up the middle. Met back immediately in the backfield was Carly. On the bottom of the pile for the Cards, see number 56, Helen Schaefer. When we didn't mention him, I've said his name a lot in the last couple of games. It's gotten better as the year has gone on. I know that Scott will always praise his D-line, and just showing you why, but Omro doing a good job at least falling forward, picking up yards. No negative plays to start.
Yeah, that was another one where with the penetration that Schaefer got there, which, by the way, you don't see many D tackles end up 3 yards in the backfield, but still able to pick up a yard for the Foxes, not all bad.
Go to Keegan Miller, met by Schaefer in the backfield again with, I believe that was Bronecki wrapped up back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 9.5.
I don't think it's very fun to get landed on by Tate Drinkwine, Owen Bronecki, and Kellen Schaefer. 220, 205, 190 laying on top of you at the end of that one for Keegan Miller. And there's just, I mean, it looks like they're trying to run in a phone booth. There's just no space and no push. But we've seen that story, well, every week so far for teams that have tried to run the ball against Mayville.
Ralphie King split out to the far side. The near side, Parker Kasabuski. Pistol formation for the Foxes. Kasabuski drops back to pass. Looking downfield over the middle of the field. Overthrows his receiver looking for Ralphie King. It'll be 4th and 9.
Not a bad idea. Good pump fake there from Lucas Kasabuski, but as you mentioned, a little too tall for Ralphie King, and looks like they're sending on special teams.
They will punt to Tanner Schneider and Joe Promersberger. Two guys you really don't want to punt the football to.
No. We talked about it in last week's broadcast up at Fruth Field. It's, I mean, you don't want to get, obviously you don't want a bad punt straight sideways, but you got to be careful punting it to either one of these guys, but in particular Joe Promersberger, who's had multiple return touchdowns on the season.
Lori Hilmer checking in from Florida again, saying hi to Emerson. High snap goes over Ralphie King's head all the way down to the 24-yard line. He will get hit. Doesn't get wrapped up. Spins out of one tackle, spins out of another tackle, comes up the sidelines. Get tripped up by Landon Baker, and the Cards will start deep in Fox's territory at the 26-yard line.
Somehow Ralphie King made that into one entertaining football play. And I guarantee you the Mayville fans for just a minute there had their hearts in their throat for just a second, as it looked like maybe he would find a little more space. But a nice job in pursuit there, as you would expect from a disciplined Mayville squad to keep that in front of them. And now great field position, as you mentioned.
Thought for a chance there Ralphie King was going to stretch that out and come up the sidelines, and I was like, oh boy. And we'll see the prototypical wing T out of Mayville. Middlestat under center. They will send Promersberger in motion. Baker up the middle, got a big hole, cuts it back, powers forward to the first down marker. He'll get it inside the 15 to the 13. They'll mark him at the 12. And that's what we see from Mayville. You open up the big hole, Baker will hit it. Promersberger will hit it. Keller, Schneider, anybody can hit it.
Yeah, and it's so hard to, when you have runners like Promersberger and Keller and Schneider to get around and their speed to get around the edge, but you have to stack up the middle or Baker's going to run for 200 yards on you like he, almost did against Springs last night.
And he will score here from 12 yards out. Landon Baker, touchdown, Cards lead 6-0. It took 2 plays.
How do you like that? I mean, I said it last week after the game. Anyone that's a throwback football fan and loves the wing T, Mayville will bring a tear to your eye. That they are so good running this offense, and their fakes and everything that goes along with running a successful wing T, that none do it quite as well as the Mayville Cardinals.
And you'll see one of the best kickers in the conference here. Owen Milsna has been fantastic in extra points so far this season. The kick is up through the uprights. Cards lead 7-0 from Ray Dunn. Only took them 2 plays to score on that line. Drive, both by Landon Baker. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus, Video Sports, and Jeff's Live.
Key Lumber True Value in downtown Elmira. I welcome you to experience what the Hometown Lumberyard has to offer. Better products, better advice, better service. From one O-ring to all the building materials to build a house, we had the products to get the job done. Hardware, plumbing, electrical, paint, lawn and garden, automotive, bird, and so much more. Come experience what your Hometown Lumberyard has to offer. Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Elmira, where the tracks cross Main, or online at lidkelumber.com.
Gather the gang for a meal at Leroy Meats, Horicon, Ripon, and Fox Lake. Perfect tailgating treats include the freshest cuts of beef, chicken, and pork, along with award-winning sausages and cheese. Remember to stop at the Fox Lake location, now bigger and better than ever, to meet your needs. Leroy Meats also provides venison processing. For precise cuts and the tastiest products, hunters know to go to Leroy Meats. Find this week's lunch menu, coupons, and hours at LeroyMeats.com. Nobody beats Leroy Meats.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports and Jeff's live streams. They will kick from south to north. Millsno will kick off again. See if they elect to keep it away from King. They had to go off of a offensive lineman in the front. He falls on top of it. We'll see which way they point. Mayville's pointing like they got the football.
I wonder if that was intentional for Millsno to just drill it off of that up man, but that was a great hands there in the front row by number 50, Jacob Hildebrand. 6'3" junior, able to collect that and keep it, because, I mean, there was a couple of different cards there trying to strip that one away at the bottom of the pile.
Trying to get something rolling right away and get up 2 scores quickly, but Foxes will start in Mayville territory at the 49.
Can't argue with this if you're Omro, second time in Mayville territory and for both your possessions. And we were just talking about it there during the break. Omro moved the football. Obviously that bad snap on the punt is how you remember that first drive by, but man, that's another tackle for loss here for this Cardinal defense. That's their third of the day. That time Weston Teeters came through and just slung Keegan Miller, a strong running back, threw him down like a rag doll.
First negative play for the Foxes puts them barely back into their own territory at the 49 and 7/8 yard line. I mean, but we talked about it. Immediate penetration from that Mayville offense or defensive line. Obviously, if you're Omro here, you got to get something positive here. Get 5-6 yards on this play alone to get yourself at least manageable on third down. Kept by Kasabuski. Tries to spin out of a tackle, and he's wrapped up. Gets back to what was the original line of scrimmage now. Maybe give him an extra half a yard. It'll make it 3rd and 10. I think we had Stager in on that tackle, holding him by one arm.
Yeah, and Schaefer was there to clean it up as well. There's so many guys, whether it's Teeters coming through from his linebacker position. They haven't even gotten to the level where Landon Baker can take care of them, but he's led the team in tackles on multiple occasions this year as well. So this back end is really good. They just don't get tested very often.
Parker Kasabuski to the right side. Ralphie King to the far side. Kasabuski under center. He'll drop back to pass. Throws it over the middle. Too high for Ralphie King again. And it'll be another 4th down, and see if Ralphie King will go back and punt again. Once again from the 49-yard line. Hopefully they don't have an errant snap on this one.
Yeah, I think you see number 12 there, Emerson Middlestat. He's had a couple of he's got 2 interceptions this year, which is tied for first in the Flyway Conference, and he has returned one of them for a touchdown, which is only 4 guys have scored defensive touchdowns this year in the conference. He's one of them. And I think he was kind of thinking to himself, man, I wish I would have seen that football fluttering a little bit earlier. Could have got his hands on it and had his 3rd pick of the year.
One of the few guys that he threw a pick, and then the next play, pick 6. Ralphie King will get a low line drive. That's might get a chance to go into the end zone. It does. It lands at the 1 and rolls in. It was a good punt from Ralphie King. Just a little bit too much mustard.
Yeah, that was obviously, we see so many games on turf nowadays. I mean, there's a punt like that obviously is not going to do well there, but sometimes on these natural grass surfaces, sometimes you can get those to check up, and that obviously could have potentially pinned Cardinals deep, but 20-yard line, we'll see what they got this time. 2 plays to score on drive number 1. What's it going to take here for the Cards on drive 2?
And I've done a lot of Mayville games this year. This is either my 4th or my 4th. It's the first time I've ever seen them start at anything other than the 35+ of their own territory.
That's just how good their return team is. I mean, Braumersberger has just been awesome. Schneider's great as well.
Schneider goes in motion. They will hand to Baker up the middle. Big hole. Breaks through 1 tackle, powers forward, falls to just about the 1st down marker. They'll give him 9 to the 29-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 1.
I mean, you'd be forgiven for saying they give it to anyone else. I mean, that's how good Landon Baker looks. I mean, again, you remember this offense, the previous seasons. This is a program that over the last 5 years has had probably half a dozen great runners of the football.
Oh, yeah.
And Landon Baker is just hand me the torch.
He'll drop back the pass, Middlestat. Lofts one over the middle, got Baker down the sidelines to the 40, inside of the Fox's territory, gets wrapped down. And that was Ralphie King that threw him to the ground at the 43-yard line.
A pass in the first quarter?
Mayville only threw one pass last week. They're on track this week.
It was the same connection. It was Middlestat to Baker on a similar screen last week against St. Mary's Springs. Went for 16 yards. They didn't throw the rest of the game, and well, why not? They ran it 53 times for 330 yards. No reason to put the ball in the air.
And it's not like even 53 times. I mean, yeah, it seems like a lot, but if you're running for 333,
yeah,
you're still averaging over 5 yards a carry.
Oh, goodness, yeah. and obviously the starters came out after the third quarter in that game, too.
They'll go to Schneider on the wing-back dive. He'll cut back into the middle field. Got space. There he goes. Touchdown, Tanner Schneider from the 43-yard line. Cards lead 13-0.
So they needed 2 plays to go roughly 25 yards. How about 3 plays for 80, Justin?
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Easy as you like there. I mean, 40, whatever it was, 44 yards to the house.
Makes it 13-0 Owen Milsna. And Jordan, I always love talking about kickers. You know, why not?
We got good ones in the Flyway Conference.
Really
I'll
good
say
ones.
that.
Van Beek from Laconia.
Correct, yeah.
Milsna, I have actually yet to see him miss an extra point this season. That being said, and up and through per usual, right down Broadway, makes it 14-0. Just like that, 5 plays for Mayville today. They've scored twice. It's 14-0 with 3:20 to go in the first. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus, Video Sports, and Jeff's live streams.
Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy, pre- and post-orthopedic surgery, to work and sports injuries. The staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to you and your recovery. Your personal care plan starts with a visit to Back in Action in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein. Back in Action, getting you back in the game. BackinActionRehab.com.
At Bernhardt Plumbing, true craftsmen are who we are. Providing customer satisfaction is what we do.
For new construction or remodeling projects, we cover the full spectrum.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus, Video Sports, and Jeff's live streams. To Ray Dunn, Mayville leads 14-0 over the Foxes. Milsna will kick off again. Ralphie King and Parker Kasabuski back to receive. Off the hands of Watney. Up back here, he will try to come up the sidelines. Gets pushed out of bounds by a couple of cards. Good little return from Carter Lux, one of the receivers for this Foxes team. The Foxes offense has done, first drive they did a good job. They got positive yards. Last drive, swallowed up by the defensive line of Mayville. Right now it's a gut check. You need points because you can't let this slip away from closer than 2 scores.
Yeah, it's hard to say that with 3 minutes and 15 seconds left on the first quarter clock, but that's kind of how it feels here, as Mayville's already got them up against the ropes. I mean, you know, the Cardinals are only averaging roughly 21 yards per play, so.
Pistol formation. They will hand up the middle, powering forward on this power run offense from both backs. He will pick up 7. The fullback in there on that one.
Yeah, Logan Carley, once again, that's his second or third run, I think his third run here in this first half, and 2 of them have gone for 5+. And so I think you look back to that. Carley was their leading rusher a week ago against WLA as well. So maybe that quick run game on the fullback dive is the recipe for success for the Foxes.
Makes it second and fairly short 2, I would say. He'll drop back the pass. Kasabuski gets chased, flushed out of the pocket, throws it over the middle to his running back, who's wrapped up, spins out of the tackle, powering forward, gets back to what was the line of scrimmage and maybe gets a half a yard. But Kasabuski did a great job improvising and staying alive there.
They needed a Houdini act from Kasabuski and some extremely tough running from Keegan Miller just to get a half yard there. I mean, that is life against the Cards.
It'll make it 3rd and probably 2 from their own 38. They'll have Ralphie King split out to the left side.
Yeah, and I think you probably have two downs to get this. I know it's still the first quarter, but we talked about the dire circumstances here in the first.
Trying to give it with Kasabuski on the read option, and he's got nowhere to go. Makes it 4th down.
Yeah, and that probably just was that half yard that they got on second. I think they just gave it back, so maybe that alters the decision and seeing their specialists trot on once again. So not saying that they're punting it for sure, but Kasabuski's walking off the far side along with Logan Carley, so it seems like that's probably the call.
See a longer huddle from Omro. 1 minute on the clock to go in this first quarter. Been a lot of plays for the Foxes, not a whole lot of plays for Mayville, and Mayville leads 14-0. They'll send Ralphie King back to punt again. Promersberger, the lone receiver back there. And we're going to have a little bit longer to talk about it. Omro's going to burn one timeout with 49 seconds to go in the first. We'll take it with them. We'll be back in 60 seconds on Radio Plus Video Sports and Jeff's live stream.
Plumbing design, installation, and code compliance. Bernhard Plumbing does it right down to the smallest detail.
Our experience with Bernhard Plumbing has been absolutely fabulous. They are reliable, dependable, trustworthy, and professional.
Since 1954, a legacy of service, quality, and customer satisfaction.
Katie's Log Cabin is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner. Grab one of the daily specials or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry. Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options, appetizers, salads, wraps.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports to Ray Dunn and Jeff's live streams. We'll see what they elect to do. A short timeout from Omro. They'll snap to Ralph King. He will let go a high punt to this near side. Not a ton of distance on it. Gets a Fox bounce. Rolls to the 25 of Mayville and will start there. They went 80 on the last drive. They'll have to go 75 here. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports and Jeff's live stream.
Pizzas and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin.
At Warner Harmson Furniture, Flooring, Kitchen, and Bath, we know that your home is more than just four walls. From kitchen and bath remodels to full home renovations and new construction, we have the team for you. Warner Harmson brings expert design and craftsmanship to every project. Dependable, detail-driven, and dedicated to you, we turn your vision into a...
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports and Jeff's live streams. Mayville will start from their own 25. They will hand to Promersberger. He's got a lane up the middle of the field. There he goes. Going to be tough to catch him. Down the sidelines to the 20. 15, 10, 5, 75-yard touchdown, Joe Promersberger, 20-0 Cards.
Well, in case you're counting at home, that is now 6 plays for about 180 yards and 21 points. Well, 20 points, and obviously Owen Milsna coming on for the extra point, but my goodness, what a start here for Mayville, and they just keep rolling. I've never seen a team take momentum from a previous game and just roll it into this thing. Impressive.
Fun to watch. You know, when everyone says the lull of watching the wing tee, the Cards make it fun to watch.
Oh, my goodness.
It makes it fun to watch.
Absolutely.
Milsna to tack on another extra point and make it 21-0. 21-0.
If you don't love 75-yard runs, you're watching the wrong sport, man.
And Mayville just needs about 8 seconds on that one to make it 21-0. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports and Jeff's live stream.
Warner Harmson, we do it all. Visit warnerharmson.com and book your free consultation today.
Brock Fleischer here with Homestead Realty. I know that buying and selling a home can be stressful. I'm here to help. Are you ready to sell? I have buyers waiting for a home just like yours. Are you looking to buy? I can sell any home that's on the market, and I'm here to get you pre-approved to purchase, along with finding the best loan and lender for your situation. I'll even go as far as arranging movers. For an easier real estate transaction, give me a call. Brock Fleischer, 920-960 0555.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new...
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports and Jeff's live streams. 26 seconds to go in the first quarter. Cards lead 21-0 on only 6 plays so far. Jordan, I think they maybe ran about 2 minutes of total offense, if 2 minutes of total offense.
Yeah, it's crazy. And 4 of those 6 touches, 3 of the 5 touches to Landon Baker, or whatever it was, 3 of the 6 touches to Landon Baker. And
deep into their own territory on a mistake from Parker Kasabuski. The ball goes off his hands and out of bounds. The Boxes will start at their own 9-yard line.
Yeah, that is not what they would have wanted to see. Obviously, it was going to be close on whether that caromed out of bounds or not.
25 seconds to go in the first, and now you're at a point where Omro, maybe you want to just sustain a long drive.
Well, right now you got to get a first down. I mean, you got 2 first downs on that first drive if you're Omro, and had a little bit of momentum, and then obviously that snap goes over Ralphie King's head. And you just, right now, I think you just get a first down and then figure it out from there.
Go to Keegan Miller, and he is met immediately in the backfield by a pair of Cards.
Yeah, I think first guy there once again was Kellen Schaefer.
Kellen Schaefer having a whale of a game so far for this Mayville team.
Yeah, I mean, he's so quick. That his first step. I mean, he is the first guy to hit Keegan Miller on most of these plays, and that one's gonna close out the first quarter. All Cards here in the first frame.
Cards lead 21-0 from Ray Dunn. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports and Jeff's live streams.
Home remodel or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, build better for future generations.
PT Tire and Service has been at 301 East Clark Street in Brandon for over 20 years. The owners, Tony and Pam Sauer, are dedicated to their community and their customers. They serve the auto repair, tire, and wheel needs of customers in Brandon and the rest of central Wisconsin. We're on call 24/7 for roadside assistance and on the farm service for customers. For auto repairs, tires, and wheels, come see us in person or request a quote online. PT Tire and Service, you make the call and leave the rest to us. Call 920-346-TIRE. Look.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports and Jeff's live streams. 21-0 lead to start the second quarter at Ray Dunn for the Cards on homecoming. The exact start that Coach Hilbert talked about, a fast start. He got it, Jordan.
Yeah, well, happy homecoming for the Cards. I mean, and it's been a happy homecoming so far after spoiling St. Mary's Springs homecoming a week ago. Spoiling is probably not a strong enough word for what they did up at Fruit. That was impressive.
2nd and 10 from the 9-yard line. Kasabuski drops back the pass, tries to hit Ralphie King. Does at about the 15, steps out of bounds at the 18-yard line. I think they might give him the 19 on ball position. It'll be first down. Exactly what Foxes needed. They pick up that first down.
Yeah, that was a tremendous route by Ralph King. Just got there, a little bit of back shoulder look that time from Omro, right on the money from Lucas Kasabuski, and a first down for Omro. So, yeah, positivity there. And I think just now you can start to try to regain some of this momentum from a Fox's standpoint. And look, they're probably going to have to do a lot more of that throwing the football because there's just not enough space with Mayville with 7 guys in the box.
Kasabuski keeps, powers forward, picks up about 7. We'll make it 2nd and 3, and trying to get up some local scores we got on Radio Plus and Jeff's live streams. A shocker going on in Waupun right now. Berlin up 20-0 over the undefeated Warriors at the moment.
You always knew this was kind of going to be the litmus test for Waupun when Berlin came to town. A Berlin team that saw their season end here at Ray Dunn last year, by the way. And so, yeah, that's a tough one for Waupun.
Oakfield Montello. Oakfield up 29-0 in the first quarter.
I was going to say, I thought I heard Jeff's voice there.
Yeah, I was trying to keep my volume off. Kasabuski keeps again. We'll get just about to the first down marker. I think they'll mark him about a half a yard short. It'll be 3rd and inches. I'll make sure I turn my volume down so you don't have to hear Jeff's voice when we're doing this.
Come on now.
Springs and Campbellsport 7-0 in the second quarter right now over at Campbellsport High School.
Springs with the lead there?
Yes, Springs with the lead there. Fond du Lac 7-3 over Hortonville. And Lemira up 21-0 with 20 seconds to go in the first over North Fond du Lac.
Hey, we saw that.
We did see that, and wrapped up immediately in the backfield, thrown backwards by that defensive line.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's all right. I think it was Keegan Miller.
Yeah, that Keegan Miller, I feel that he is. I mean, he's had multiple games so far this season where he's rushed for north of 150 yards. He's just had no space these last couple of weeks against two of the best fronts that they're going to see in Winnebago Lutheran and Mayville here tonight.
They will have two back to receive this time in Brommersberger and Schneider. They change it up every once in a while for us. Yeah. Keep us on our toes. Ralphie King will go back to punt. Maybe.
Well, you always get with two back there, you always have the option to pitch it and have that reverse. And obviously with how dynamic these two guys are, I don't know. Who knows if they'll put that on film during the regular season or not, but it's always a threat. Oh, Stager almost there.
Good punt from King, picked up at the 37-yard line by Brommersberger, trying to switch the field, and he gets wrapped up by Keegan Miller. It'll be a loss of 2 on the return, and they will start at the 36-yard line.
Great coverage by Keegan Miller. If I know one thing about Keegan Miller is he's gonna go 100 miles an hour regardless of what's up on the scoreboard, and he's just a tough dude, and got a lot of respect talking to him earlier this season, and just his selflessness and how much he cares about just trying to get this team back to what Omro believes football should be up there, and I think Coach Dahl's taken some steps forward in that regard.
So it's taken, 2 plays, 3 plays, and 1 play? Right?
That's correct.
So 4 plays?
I was wondering if Brommersberger was going to put a 0-play drive up there.
I didn't think that could have been possible, I guess. On the return, they will hand to Baker up the middle. He will power forward. He'll pick up about 7. I think they'll give him 8. It'll make it 2nd and 2.
You know, I said it last week. Landon Baker is not – I mean, it's not flashy football when he gets the ball. I mean, it's not Joe Brommersberger ripping off 75 yards. It's not Gannon Schwartz for WLA, taking the ball 92 yards or what. It's not that. It's not Ben Baker from Spring. But he is so much fun to watch. And he's so exciting. His agility in the hole is tremendous. He's always falling forward. He is one of the true great running backs in this league.
Middlestat calls Keller in motion. He'll drop back the pass. He's got a man, Drinkwine, downfield. Drinkwine in and out of the hands.
Good ball by Middlestat. It's a little misleading. He is 8th out of 8. Normal. I'll call him the regular starting quarterbacks for all of these conference teams. But it's a little misleading because he's thrown by far the least amount of passes, and he's also first by some margin, 5 or 6 percentage points in terms of passing accuracy. So, that was another good ball for him. Just obviously a tough one to track down there for Drinkwine.
Hand off to Keller. He cuts back up to the middle field. Goes down that left-hand sideline. Ralphie King can't get to him. Wrapped down and thrown down by Miller after a big gain from Kevin Keller. And Cards are rolling again.
Yeah, just the burst to get to that second level, but then the patience to let the blockers catch up to him, cut back. There was a nice cutback lane. He found it. Just the combination of speed and patience, and then the vision to see the cutback lane. Good stuff there from Kevin Keller, who, by the way, is the 4th option in terms of the running game.
And it's funny, you look at it from Mayville's side. Other than Baker and Middlestat, that backfield, everybody's coming back.
You just heard 7 coaches in the flyway shudder.
And Promersberger rolls into a man after he picks up the first down at the 20-yard line. Another big run for Mayville after a gain of about 13. They're just about to the red zone and teetering on the edge at the 20-and-a-quarter-yard line. Maybe that one's the 7/8, Jordan.
There you go.
Or 1/8.
I think with the tip we could say that's in the red zone.
We'll say it's in the red zone. I agree with it. They'll start on the right hash. One receiver far to the right side. The wing T, middle stat. It's his guys down. He'll run the option. This worked for him the last time. Middle stat tries to get around one man, gets wrapped up. Picks up about 7.
I'll tell you what. I can't see if that's Keegan Miller or who that is on the outside here for Omro. One of them drove the left tackle about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and they knocked Tanner Schneider a little bit. They knocked him back a little bit. If he didn't get touched there, I'm not so sure Middlestat wouldn't have seen him for the pitch, and he would have gone for the score.
The option for Mayville, they had a struggle in that first half, a little while against Campbellsport offensively. They started running more of the option, and it's when the offense picked up. It's something they have in the bag with Middlestat running the football. They'll hand it Keller to the right side, got a lane to the end zone. Touchdown, Cards!
What a great run from Kevin Keller that time. The speed, and that's all it was, a foot race to the pylon, won by Kevin Keller.
Susanna Milsna saying, keep up the good job, Owen. Well, we'll see him again.
Yeah, hey, he gets a lot of work.
It's 27-0 now, Cards. Milsna to tack on the extra point to try to make it 28-0.
Milsna, we mentioned Van Beek before, Bentley Coots from Springs, a tremendous kicker, but no one's had as many shots at a PAT as Owen Milsna has.
Kick is up. It's good. 28-0 Cards. With 6:16 to go in a half, we'll be back from Ray Dunn after this on Radio Plus, Video Sports, and Jeff's Live.
For a reliable roofing contractor, Witt Services has got you covered. With 5 years of experience, they specialize in everything from roof repairs to full replacements. Their team is dedicated to quality workmanship and customer satisfaction. Plus, they offer free estimates, so you know exactly what to expect. Whether it's a leaky roof or a complete overhaul, Witt Services is the go-to choice for all roofing needs. Don't wait. Reach out today.
All Phase HVAC sales and service is the go-to for heating, cooling, and geothermal needs. Whether it's sweltering summer days or chilly winter nights, they've got the perfect solution. Their team is dedicated to keeping homes comfortable year-round with top-notch installations and reliable repairs. Plus, they offer energy-efficient options that save money while keeping homes cozy. Trust All Phase for all HVAC needs and enjoy a comfortable home no matter the season. Call All Phase HVAC today.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports and Jeff's live streams. Mills at a kick from north to south. They will kick to Kasabuski again. He'll cut back to the outside, tries to find a lane. Powers forward, gets tripped up. We'll get to about, I think they'll say the 36-yard line, and a good field position for the Foxes to start this drive. Jordan, we've seen some goods and some bads from the Foxes so far offensively here. And obviously I know that it's 28-0 and Mayville gets the ball at the half, but if you can at least burn some clock here, because you don't want to give Mayville the football back with a lot of time.
Well, yeah, absolutely not. Easier said than done, obviously,
yeah.
But yeah, they've done some good things. This is this is the Flyway Conference right now. If you can't run the football up the middle, they're going to say that Steger did not jump across there.
And he'll get the sack.
So that was perhaps a little fortuitous. I think Omro maybe thought that there was a jump there from Mayville and maybe that was going to be a free play. It was not. And obviously a massive loss on the play of about 11, 12 yards. Yeah, if you can't run the ball up the middle, and I think that's why we're seeing so much success from both Mayville and Winnebago Lutheran to this point in the season. And obviously Springs as well. You know, they got a good interior of the line, and I think that was the big difference in that Lamira Springs game earlier this year, and we'll see if Lamira is able to shore that up as the season goes along.
Omro will hand to Carly. He's got nowhere to go. He's wrapped up. He tries to power through the tackle, still going, and gets thrown down by Weston Teeters.
That was a hard run for about a yard and a half, 2 yards, and a hard hit, as you mentioned, from Weston Teeters as well. But that's just, I mean, that's where, Omro continues to build this thing. And you saw there the danger of going to too much pass. If you just air it out the rest of the game every single play, Lucas Kasabuski is going to be running for his life for the next 30 minutes. And so, it sounds good on Madden, but it's not really practical in real life.
King and Lux on this side. They send Ralphie King in motion. They will pitch to him with 2 blockers. Spins through a tackle. Breaks another tackle. Cuts back to the outside. Tripped up by Kevin Keller. They picked up about 3, and the Foxes will send out the extra guys for the punt.
Yeah, I mean, Ralphie King, you see his explosiveness there. He's just a junior. Parker Kasabuski is a junior as well. You're going to lose Logan Carley, Keegan Miller, going to lose Lucas Kasabuski. But, and again, no one wants to be having a conversation about next year. I mean, you got to respect the guys out there right now for sure. But this is, I think Coach Dahl probably knew this is, it's going to take some time, right? And this is a hard conference to try to, quote unquote, rebuild or retool in.
They will have Schneider just plop it down at the knee at the 26-yard line, and that is where Mayville will start this drive. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus, Video Sports, and Jeff's Live.
Looking for a change? A new career that checks all of the boxes? Excellent benefits? A great team culture? And plenty of room to grow? Metalcraft of Mayville is looking for candidates like you to fill openings in Mayville, West Bend, and Beaver Dam. Metalcraft truly believes employees make the difference, offering paid training, top wages, and a regularly sanitized, safe workplace. Apply today at mtlcraft.com.
Metalcraft of Mayville. Welcome back here on Radio Plus, Video Sports, and Jeff's live streams. Mayville will start from their own 26, so they've started from their own 20, their own 25, now their own 26. They've scored on all those drives. We'll see how this goes with 3:38 to go in a half.
That was a fair catch, by the way, from Tanner Schneider. One of their coaches was like, why'd you knee on it? And he came off and said he fair caught it. So,
and picking up the first down right away to start. They'll be right at the sticks will be Landon Baker.
You going to give it to him?
Pick up a 10, and it really does not matter who they give the football to. Every one of them has had a hole that you could drive a semi through.
Yeah, offensive line. And we said it with the defensive line not getting a lot of credit, but, the offensive line, you could say the same thing about the offensive line. With how much talent they have in the running game, maybe you don't give the proper credit where it's due to that offensive line as well.
It will go to Promisberger, cuts back up the middle of the field, gets wrapped up by a couple of Foxes. He'll get just about short of the stick, so it'll be a gain of 9. I think Fox Hernandez with the tackle on that one.
Fox Hernandez, a reigning runner-up at the 215 weight class in flyweight wrestling. We'll see him again this year. That Omro wrestling team, by the way, look out this year. It's been Lemire Campbell Sport for a long time. Campbell Sport and Lemire both going to be good. Watch out for the Foxes this year. That's my early shout from a wrestling standpoint.
Middlestat will keep. He'll cut back up the middle of the field into Fox's territory. They will stop him at the 46-yard line. We had Fox Hernandez in there again.
Everyone out there saying, shut up about wrestling. It's still football season. Trust me, I'm not wishing away the fall sports season. We got a long way to go, and obviously from my perspective, closely covering the Flyway Conference, I think this is going to be a fall that we remember for quite some time in terms of the talented teams that are going to the playoffs in both Divisions 5 and 6.
Screen play on the near side, cuts back up the middle of the field and gets wrapped up. They look for Brady Zitlow on the outside. They will pick up about 6. It'll make it 2nd and 4. Clock ticking, 1:40 to go in the half.
Yeah, that was kind of an extension of the running game there, that quick screen, and got another great athlete in Zitlow that just doesn't get a ton of looks. But there he picks up 6.
1:26 to go in the half. They hand off to Schneider. He tries to bounce it to the outside. Breaks one tackle. Cuts back up the middle of the field. Bounce it around at the sticks. We'll see where they mark him. I think they're going to mark him a half a yard short. Mayville with 1:12 left. You think they might burn a timeout here, or they might just go quick?
Well, I think up 28 here, here's a chance to work on something, right? If you're in a situation deep in the playoffs when you got no timeouts in at the end of a half, what does it look like for you? I think this is a good idea here to maybe learn a few things of situational football against live teams,
They cut to Schneider up the middle of the field, tries to break one tackle, bounces to the outside, gets wrapped up from behind. Good tackle. We've been on a tackle. We had number 77 from the Foxes. Through my list, Devin Allison. 41 seconds, and now I think Mayville will burn that timeout with 40. No, Omro's going to burn it with 40 seconds to go in the half. We'll take a quick one. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports and Jeff's Live.
We are Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse, and we have been leading a greenhouse here in Fox Lake since 1981. Family owned and operated, we provide beautiful flower baskets and fruit and vegetables to residents of South Central Wisconsin. We know the importance of having a variety of flowers, fruits, and vegetables available to our customers throughout the year. Discover the finest selection of locally grown produce, including sweet corn, tomatoes, and cucumbers, along with a variety of fresh fruits. At Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse, we believe in providing our customers with the freshest and highest quality produce. Come visit us and taste the difference.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports and Jeff's live streams. They will go to Schneider. He follows his blocker, spins through a tackle, gets to the first down marker, and they'll pick up 10.
Good luck figuring out where the football is. I thought Baker had it, then I thought Middlestat kept it, and there goes Tanner Schneider, but who, by the way, a couple of times last week I thought, I swore that was Jordan Schlender out there wearing the number 6 still, finding green grass out there at Fruth Field.
And Scott Hilber will burn a timeout as Mayville is inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the 9 after this on Radio Plus Video Sports and Jeff's Live.
Scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you. Designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Municipal Well and Pump began over 100 years ago, one community and one relationship at a time. Employee owned, employee accountable, a personal stake in every project. Today, we are the largest well and pump contractor in the region. Our customers know us as honest people who treat them as people. We believe every family deserves clean, abundant water. To us, nothing is more important. We might not always be the lowest priced option, but integrity and dependability can be rare. And in this vital industry, prioritizing a quality experience creates lifetime relationships. Municipal Well and Pump. We care about keeping clients connected to water.
At the Pioneer Keg.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports. 21 seconds to go in the half. In motion, they keep Middlestat. Tries to get his way to the outside. Cuts back up to the middle of the field. We'll get down to about the 2-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal from there with 14 seconds to go. Mayville hustling to the ball.
Yeah, you get the stoppage to reset the chain, so still stopped right now. And they'll run it, but Mayville does a good job to get onto the ball, and Emerson Middlestat plunges in. That was so well done, Justin. To only burn one time out there. Oh, wow, that is good stuff.
So you get the ball back with 1:46 to go, and you score in 1:32. And perfect. Really, yeah, was it more than 1:32? 1:41? Or no? I didn't do my math right now. 1:30. No, I go, boy. 1:37. There we go. We're good. We're good.
We knew you were going to get there. We
trusted
trusted
I would get there
you.
at some point. I had the 12 seconds when I was looking at the replay before they even snapped the ball, so I was like, oh, that's not right. Milsna will tack on the extra point, and we'll make it 35-0 as he usually does. We'll stay right here. Jordan, we talked about Mayville's offensive efficiency. I don't think they have, truthfully, had more than 5 minutes of offense today.
It didn't seem like it. And, again, that was their longest drive in terms of plays this last drive, driving it down there for that touchdown. And Omro deserves a little credit there, too. I mean, they stood up pretty well on that drive, all things considered, how this first half is gone. And obviously, Mayville just too much down in the red zone.
Millsna will kick one more time from north to south with 9 seconds to go to half. Mayville will receive at the half as well.
After all the homecoming festivities coming up at halftime.
It'll be a longer halftime show. Got the band. They'll announce the homecoming court as well.
The band will be on the field.
Yes. They will kick to Ralph King. Ralph King cuts up the middle of the field. Gets thrown backwards by the tackle. Colton Carpenter, and the clock will run no matter what because we're in run time. 35-0 here at the half. Mayville leads. Jordan, what do you think so far?
The first three possessions, really the first four, but the first three possessions in particular, that was jaw-dropping stuff from Mayville. 6 plays to put 21 points on the board and then just kind of coasted their way to this 35-0 running clock halftime lead. Just is as good as advertised. And this is what it looked like last week against Springs, too. I mean, I know maybe not everyone saw that game, but this was the efficiency that they played with last week as well. And it took them a few more plays, obviously, for them to score. You know, they didn't have any 1 or 2 or 3 play drives, but it's just this offense that is so difficult to stop, and it's run so well under Coach Hilber, and all of the players are just completely bought in because it takes some unselfish guys. I talked to Landon Baker about that last week. It takes unselfish guys to be able to run the wing tee effectively. Everyone has to fake like they're going to get the football on every single play, even though they might only get it 4 or 5 times a game. When you're talking about Kevin Keller and Brady Zitlow, these guys don't touch the ball 24 times like Landon Baker does or Promersberger does, but you have to fake every time like you're going to get the football like that, and it takes a lot of unselfishness, and this team has it down to a T.
We're going to step aside. We'll run a couple of ads. We'll come back after this on Radio Plus, Radio Sports, and Jeff's.
Great food meets a fun atmosphere. Dive into their full menu featuring award-winning cheese curds and our homemade pizzas that are simply irresistible. Try the famous Brewmaster Challenge, where the food takes center stage. And if it's Friday, get ready for our amazing Friday fish fry. Check out our relaxed atmosphere, hang with friends, where everyone has a good time. Come thirsty, come hungry, and leave happy. The Pioneer Keg, 122 South Milwaukee Street, Theresa, Wisconsin.
You take steps to keep yourself in top performance. When was the last time you did the same for your home's air system? Annual maintenance from the experts at Surefire helps to extend the life of your system. Proper maintenance can be the difference of years for your home's air system and major savings in energy costs when it's running at its best. Keeping your home's air system at its best will help you stay at your best for what's really important. Trust your home with Surefire. Surefire, keeping what's important comfortable since 1947.
For 50 years and counting, Verhaeg's Furniture has been proudly serving Waupun the best furniture and mattresses at prices you can afford. And we're honored to be voted best of the best mattress store in the Fond du Lac area. Stop in and check out our mattress selections. We have all kinds from traditional spring to memory foam. It is our mission to help get a great night of sleep night after night. Visit us at 806 West Main Street, Waupun, and experience quality, comfort, and service you can trust. Visit our website at www.verhaegsfurniture.com. Verhaeg's Furniture, 50 years strong, quality you trust, and prices you'll love. Verhaeg Furniture.
Located in Lamira, Wisconsin, Schaefer Auto is your go-to destination for quality used vehicles at unbeatable prices. Our mission is to provide dependable cars that fit your budget, and we take pride in offering a wide selection of makes, models, years, and mileage options. If the vehicle you're looking for isn't on our lot, don't worry. Our team is dedicated to finding exactly what you need. Visit Schaefer Auto for your next purchase, where we'll work with you to find a car tailored to meet your needs. Schaefer Auto.
Angling-only guide service with Captain Jeremy Brenner.
Captain Jeremy Brenner here. We are the premier Lake Michigan salmon charter out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Each trip is 6 hours and includes fish cleaning. The cost is $400 per trip Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and only $340 on weekdays for up to 6 people. I personally guarantee you will catch fish, The season runs June through Labor Day. Contact me at anglingonlyfishing@gmail.com to book today and check out my Facebook page, Captain Jeremy Brenner, Sheboygan Salmon.
Skyline Home Improvements, LLC is a proud sponsor celebrating 25 years. Cody and Dwayne are proud to be a 4-star certified CertainTeed single installer, offering up to a 50-year warranty on shingles and a 10-year warranty on workmanship. Whether it's a steel roof or rubber roof and shingles, make the right choice. Skyline Home Improvements, LLC. Free estimates, of course, from the football guys at Skyline Home Improvements. So what do you say? Let's get started on your home improvement.
At Mayville Savings Bank, we're a bank that is here for you, helping you save money instead of piling on service fees. We still take walk-ins, no appointment necessary. We're a bank where your loan is a local decision, with friendly employees that still answer our phones. A bank that offers online and mobile banking. We're a bank where you're our best interest. Bank at the bank you own. Mayville Savings Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Precision engineering, rigorous attention to detail. A Bryant Evolution heating system is so well designed, it's as much of a joy to install as it is to use.
Good to go.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
AirTech Heating, doing whatever it takes. Generations Lanes of El Dorado. Join one of our adult or kids leagues or bowl in our monthly Friday night tournament. Or get a group together for a family or corporate bowling function. We are more than just bowling. A great spot to bring your family for a meal. Awesome homemade pizzas and soups, as well as appetizers, wraps, and sandwiches. Daily food specials. Fish Fry Friday. Open daily at 11 with the kitchen open late. Ask about us catering your next function. We are home to Laconia Bowling and proud supporter of the Laconia Spartans and all student athletes.
Coal Oil and Propane is committed to establishing and upholding lasting relationships with our respected customers. We pledge to provide exceptional and reliable service, exceeding your expectations, and are dedicated to continuous improvement, embracing and driving change to better serve you. Whether you need service for residential, commercial, or agricultural, Coal Oil and Propane has you covered. Our goals are simple: great products, competitive pricing, and reliable service. Contact Coal Oil and Propane for all your fuel and lubricant needs. Trust Coal Oil and Propane.
Rediscover the hometown lumberyard experience in your own backyard. Hi, this is Dave, third generation of the family-owned and operated Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lamira. I welcome you to experience what the hometown lumberyard has to offer. Better products, better advice, better service. From one O-ring to all the building materials to build a house, we had the products to get the job done. Hardware, plumbing, electrical, paint, lawn and garden, automotive, bird, and so much more. Come experience what your hometown lumberyard has to offer. Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lamira, where the tracks cross Main, or online at lidkelumber.com.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus, Radio Sports, and Jeff's live stream. See the band getting their action in. Always good to see the band out there. Got a couple football players walking around in the band. Jordan?
Yeah, last year, obviously I covered all sorts of games last year. I do remember homecoming Lamira versus Springs. And obviously that was one where Lamira was trying to get the first win against Springs in a long time. And hey, I give Coach Gregory a lot of credit last year, allowing his guys to play in the band and be part of that. And, good on Coach Hilbert for letting the same happen here tonight. Obviously, a little easier when you're up 35-0, but that's all part of homecoming week. And I know from a coach's standpoint, it can be a little bit distracting of a week. And obviously, there are things that can happen during homecoming week that can impact the rest of your season. And coaches always kind of have to hold their breath about that. But this is what it's about, and this is good stuff. I always love when the band's out on the field and gets to perform and all that good stuff. That's what high school football is all about.
It's funny you talked about the whole players and homecoming being stressful and stuff like that. It was from Hilbert, what he said to me. He said, honestly, for me, I think it's the most stressful week of the year.
Yeah.
It's being an athletic director and being the coach. He said, you kind of got to make sure you keep your guys in line, make sure they have fun. Obviously, it's homecoming and stuff like that, but they got to keep in mind their mission and their goal. Yeah,
and the phrase that, every coach has a different phrase. The phrase that Lamira used last year was keep the main thing the main thing. That was their phrase the whole year long. I talked to WLA earlier this week, and WLA is even a little quirkier because obviously tonight they have a skit night pep rally tonight. They play tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock against Laconia, so that even throws a bigger wrench into your plans because now you're changing your whole week around. Your Monday isn't really Monday anymore. And so that throws a wrench into both Laconia and WLA's plans. And it's just, as a coach, it's that fine line of towing. It is still high school. They are still high school kids. They're enjoying the high school experience. But also, be smart, be careful, keep football, keep the game the big thing if you're a football player. And I think, obviously, good coaches know how to do that well.
Updates around the Radio Plus and the Flyway as well. Start with Waupun. Berlin in the rivalry matchup with Waupun is putting it to them 40-8 at the half. Lemira up 28-0 on their homecoming at the half against North Fond du Lac. Bondi over Hortonville 14-3 at the half. Oakfield up 48-0 over a rivalry matchup on homecoming against Montello at the half. Springs up 14-0 at Campbellsport at the half, and we stuck here at 35-0 Mayville at the half. Everybody kind of sitting around the same time. Actually, I think we're the furthest game ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, shocking, right? With all the running that's gone on. Last week, Nick Detman and I almost chuckled. I mean, we were done by 8:30, 8:35. That ball game was completely finished with, and that was kind of no surprise with Mayville running the football as well as they did. Springs is trying to run the football, and then you get running clock, and that can really salt these games away rather quickly. And obviously, we're probably going to see a little bit of that coming up here in the second half of this one. Just going back to that Fondy game, that's a must-win for the Cards. I mean, they probably, for sure to get into the playoffs, they have to win out. They still have, who do they got? Yeah, one of the quality teams. Neenah they still have to play this year in the FVA. So, if they can lose that one and still theoretically get in, but that's a big one for Fondy. They got to beat the teams like Hortonville and Oshkosh West that are on their schedule. And obviously, you mentioned it, Cougars hanging around with Springs, and Campbellsport needs a big win. They're currently out of the Division 4 field in terms of the playoff matrix. So Campbellsport's got some work to do these last couple of weeks to get themselves playoff eligible.
We're going to talk about the stats from the first half. 3 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown for Joe Promisberger on that 75-yard touchdown run that he had. 4 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown on a 43-yard touchdown run from Tanner Schneider as well. 6 carries for 60 yards, averaging 10 yards a crack for Landon Baker with a touchdown as well. He had a 14-yard touchdown. Kevin Keller, 2 carries, 35 yards, and a touchdown on a 22-yard touchdown. And Emerson Middlestat with 4 carries for 25 yards and a tush-push touchdown at the end of the half.
And he's 2 for 3 throwing the football. There you go, right?
For 34 yards.
Yeah, so there, Emerson Middlestat going to help his completion percentage once again. He has now thrown 24 passes on the season. You can count. You can keep count when it's only that low. So there you go. It's what a half for the Cards. Just as good as you could have wanted for them.
We'll start the second half after this on Radio Plus, Video Sports, and Jeff's live stream.
The gang for a meal at Leroy Meats, Horicon, Ripon, and Fox Lake. Perfect tailgating treats include the freshest cuts of beef, chicken, and pork, along with award-winning sausages and cheese. Remember to stop at the Fox Lake location, now bigger and better than ever to meet your needs. Leroy Meats also provides venison processing. For precise cuts and the tastiest products, hunters know to go to Leroy Meats. Find this week's lunch menu, coupons, and hours at LeroyMeats.com. Nobody beats Leroy Meats. Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy, pre- and post-orthopedic surgery, to work and sports injuries. The staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to you and your recovery. Your personal care plan starts with a visit to Back in Action in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein. Back in Action, getting you back in the game. BackinActionRehab.com.
Katie's Log Cabin is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner, grab one of the daily specials, or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry. Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options: appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin.
At Bernhardt Plumbing, true craftsmen are who we are. Providing customer satisfaction is what we do.
For new construction or remodeling projects, we cover the full spectrum of plumbing design, installation, and code compliance. Bernhardt Plumbing does it right down to the smallest detail.
Our experience with Bernhardt Plumbing has been absolutely fabulous. They are reliable, dependable, trustworthy, and professional.
Since 1954, a legacy of service, quality, and customer satisfaction.
At Warner Harmson, we believe your home should be as comfortable as it is beautiful. From timeless classics to today's latest trends, we carry quality furniture to fit any room that's built to last. With hometown service, affordable prices, and dependable delivery, Warner Harmson makes loving your space feel easy. Visit warnerharmson.com to view our comfortable, quality, and stylish furniture today.
Brock Fleischer here with Homestead Realty. I know that buying and selling a home can be stressful. I'm here to help. Are you ready to sell? I have buyers waiting for a home just like yours. Are you looking to buy? I can sell any home that's on the market, and I'm here to get you pre-approved to purchase, along with finding the best loan and lender for your situation. I'll even go as far as arranging movers. For an easier real estate transaction, give me a call. Brock Fleischer, 920-960-0555.
Planning a new building, whether it's commercial, ag, or residential, you need a building that will last. You need Pino. Our experienced design-build team will make your vision a reality. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to pinobuildings.com and you'll learn about the Pino difference. Pino, built better for future generations.
PT Tire and Service has been at 301 East Clark Street in Brandon for over 20 years. The owners, Tony and Pam Sauer, are dedicated to their community and their customers. They serve the auto repair, tire, and wheel needs of customers in Brandon and the rest of central Wisconsin. We're on call 24/7 for roadside assistance and on the farm service for customers. For auto repairs, tires, and wheels, come see us in person or request a quote online. PT Tire and Service, you make the call and leave the rest to us. Call 920-346-TIRE. Looking for a reliable roofing contractor? WIT Services has got you covered. With 5 years of experience, they specialize in everything from roof repairs to full replacements. Their team is dedicated to quality workmanship and customer satisfaction. Plus, they offer free estimates, so you know exactly what to expect. Whether it's a leaky roof or a complete overhaul, WIT Services is the go-to choice for all roofing needs. Don't wait. Reach out today.
Looking for a change? A new career that checks all of the boxes? Excellent benefits? A great team culture? And plenty of room to grow? Metalcraft of Mayville is looking for candidates like you to fill openings in Mayville, West Bend, and Beaver Dam. Metalcraft truly believes employees make the difference, offering paid training, top wages, and a regularly sanitized, safe workplace. Apply today at mtlcraft.com.
Metalcraft of Mayville.
We are Hochschi's Marketing Greenhouse, and we have been leading a greenhouse here in Fox Lake since 1981. Family owned and operated, we provide beautiful flower baskets and fruit and vegetables to residents of South Central Wisconsin. We know the importance of having a variety of flowers, fruits, and vegetables available to our customers throughout the year. Discover the finest selection of locally grown produce, including sweet corn, tomatoes, and cucumbers, along with a variety of fresh fruits. At Hochschi's Marketing Greenhouse, we believe in providing our customers with the freshest and highest quality produce. Come visit us and taste the difference.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers. offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Municipal Well and Pump began over a...
Welcome back to Ray Dunn. Cards lead 35-0. They will get the ball to start the half. We'll see. We see Kasabuski do the kick in here.
Yeah, he was warming up during halftime, and looks like he's gonna launch it deep. Hopefully that doesn't mean anything about Ralphie King. It looks like he's over on the sideline. So he's got his helmet on, so it looks like he's. Hopefully that's not anything to do with him. You know, you just hope.
We'll see what they elect to do. Try to get maybe something rolling here. Kasabuski will kick it deep. They will kick to Promersberger. He'll pick it up at about the 18-yard line. He'll cut to the middle of the field. Tries to find some blockers and stuffed. Get on the tackle. A big tackle from Jason Lakosh.
Yeah, what a hit. I know the Lakosh name is another wrestling name from up in Omro. That was a 3-point takedown right there if I ever saw one. A big double leg and a hip throw. Can you tell I'm sorry. I love wrestling. I get all hyped up for wrestling, man.
Fine, you want me to get hyped up? I'll get hyped up.
Ugh.
Hockey season's coming. Starts on Tuesday, baby. Go Leafs. Go Leafs, go.
Oh, man.
I know that their radio announcer just retired, so, I mean, if anybody out.
We may not have Justin for long. He's here for a good time, not a long time.
They fake the pitch. She'll hand it to Schneider up the middle. He's wrapped up after a short gain. A rare time we have seen that from Mayville.
Oh, and the ball came out.
The ball came out. And what a start for the Foxes. I think we had number 70 in on that tackle and ripped it out. It was Walker Karst.
Yeah, and I think Hildebrand ended up with it too. So, yeah, that was a great job by Karst to come busting through there. And obviously the turnover, not how Mayville wanted to start this second half.
Pistol formation. Ralph King is on the field indeed. He's on the near side here. Receiver on the top of the screen. Dropping back the pass. Kasabuski throws downfield. Tests it out. Zitlow throws in. Incomplete. Good defense. I mean, right there, I'm going to say this. Good no flag.
Yeah.
Both guys, hands going at it. Kasabuski and Brady Zitlow going at it, battling with each other. They left it go.
Yeah, good, and it was a really nice throw that time from Lucas Kasabuski as well, giving his guy a chance down there in the corner of the end zone, and yeah, good defense by Brady Zitlow. Good job for him to get his head around too, because that sometimes is the key when you're back there defensively. I've not seen Nick Steffen get involved at all from his tight end spot. That might be a place where Mayville maybe can find some success. We'll see.
Go to Carly up the middle, and he's wrapped up by a pair of cards. Like we had.
Landon Baker was the first one there, and then helped out with, guess who? Busted through again, Kellen Schaefer.
What a game. What a game Kellen Schaefer has had. His name gets lost.
Yeah, it sure does.
You hear Bronecki, you hear Drinkwine, you hear Baker, you hear Stager. He gets lost on that interior defensive line, but he's been fantastic today.
Yeah, if there was ever a game he's picked up the solo tackles, it's tonight. That one was an assist tackle along with Baker, but he's had a couple of solo tackles, which is pretty hard to do from the DT spot.
Baker will get in for the sack. He'll get assisted by Bronecki, and that'll make it fourth and a country mile from the 40-yard line, and the Foxes will have to punt.
Wow. Landon Baker shot out of a cannon on the last two plays into the backfield. First one stonewalling Logan Carley, and that time just absolutely belting Lucas Kasabuski.
We must not have said his name enough defensively in the first half or something.
The defensive line didn't let Omro get far enough for the linebackers to do anything.
Ralphie King will punt. Romersberger and Schneider back to receive, an end-over-end punt. Good punt with a good backspin. It'll go out of bounds at the 3, a coffin corner from Ralphie King.
Yeah, that was terrific. That's down at the 3-yard line, as you said, and that is good stuff.
Might even give it at the 2. Ralphie King with a heck of a punt. I'm impressed. Punters are people too. They will start on the left hash, and between the 1 and the 2, I think they actually have it at about the 1.5.
They sure do.
Mayville's gone 75 yards, 74 yards, and 80 yards today. Can they go 98?
Yeah, the last possession, the first time they did not score on a possession, obviously, giving it up on the first play with the fumble.
Man in motion, they'll hand to Baker up the middle. He'll follow his blocker, spin through a tackle, keeps chugging forward and gets pushed back. I think Steffen in on that one. He'll pick up about 7. It'll make it 2nd and 3, and they're out of their own shadow of the end zone at least.
Yeah, good call there with Steffen. Parker Kasabuski was helping him out from a defensive back position as well.
6:50 to go in this third quarter. Running time as Mayville leads by 35. Zitlow, the lone receiver on the field. He'll be up on the right side of the field. Romersberger in motion. They will hand up the middle to Baker. He cuts back, powers forward, gets deep further into territory, make it the 23, and it just kind of seems like it just takes a couple plays to get out of the shadow, and the offense is rolling again after the fumble.
Yeah, and there's a good example of what I was talking about at halftime about the selflessness it takes to run the wing T effectively. Joe Promersberger came sprinting around this near side, both hands like he's covering the football, like he had it. And that's the fakes that you got to have if you're going to run this offense as well as they do, and that's why they do it.
It will go to Schneider on the pitch. He'll cut back up the middle of the field to get wrapped up by a couple of Foxes. I saw Lacoste hit on the tackle as well on that one. That'll make it gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd and 4.
And by the way, if you fake it well and all that good stuff, I mean, that's going to be more incentive there for Coach Hilbert to trust you by giving you the football. I mean, if that's just this whole thing is so predicated on guys buying in, and Mayville, Coach Hilbert has got that figured out. Whatever he's doing, I mean, he has figured it out here at Mayville.
This will go to Promersberger. Tries to bounce around the tackles. Ralphie King wraps him up and throws him backwards. He'll still pick up 1.5 yards on that one to make it 3rd and 1.
Yeah, it was a good job. I think Promersberger realized there he was not going to beat King to the outside. Good job by Ralphie King to keep contained there and force him back inside. And a good decision by Promersberger to just cut up and get what he could before being driven back. But that was a heck of a tackle in open space against one of the slipperiest athletes in the flyway.
3rd and 1 from their own 22-yard line, I think we'll go, or 32-yard line. They will go to Kevin Keller.
Oh.
Keller bounces to the outside, got a lane. King makes the tackle. Good pursuit by the Foxes. They had enough guys getting back in time. Steffen in there as well, but Ralphie King may have saved a big game from Kevin Keller.
Yeah, and that was a good job by Brady Zitlow out here, number 10, the wide receiver. Split out this near side. He locked up King for as long as he could, and then Ralphie King did a nice job to disengage from the block, make the tackle. And you said it, that might have been touchdown saving. It would have been close.
Able at their own 49, and a couple of first downs, and all of a sudden they're way out of their shadows of their end zone, starting at their own 2-yard line. Offense is rolling here with 3:50 to go in the third. Calls Schneider in motion. He'll drop back the pass. Middlestat looks downfield. Throws over the middle. Zitlow off the hands on the diving attempt at the first down marker.
Not a bad throw from Emerson Middlestat, just a little bit too far out in front of his receiver, Zitlow. Good idea, good looking play call, and just a little bit loose that time from the Cardinals.
We'll make it 2nd and 10. I've seen a lot more passes than I've seen in any game, Mayville game, in this one than I have ever.
Yeah, 4 passes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's That's a couple of weeks' worth for Emerson Middlestat tonight. He's going to have to ice the shoulder tonight.
3 minutes to go in the third. They'll give it to Schneider. He'll cut up the middle of the field and get wrapped up by Keegan Miller. He'll pick up about 5. It'll make it 3rd and 5 at the Fox's 46-yard line.
And, I mean, this goes without saying. Coach Hilber, he would take it if they can make a deep playoff run all the way to Camp Randall and not have to throw the football once. I mean, that would be terrific. But, look, odds are you're going to have that at some point. So get some reps here against live bullets, so to speak, and I really like how Emerson Middlestat runs this offense, and even when he's asked to throw, which isn't very often, usually does a nice job of getting it to the right guy in space and letting the athletes do the work.
Baker picks up a pair and gets wrapped up by, I believe we had Lacoste in on the tackle as well, so it'll make it 4th down for the Cards. 4th and 2, and I think they're going to go.
Yeah, you hear people often say you can tell if they're going to go on 4th down based on what they do on 3rd down. That run up the middle, I think that told you everything. 4th and 2, Coach Hilber believes his guys can get 2 yards.
He'll go to Baker. He will get it. He'll cut up the field, powering through some boxes, wrapped down at the 30-yard line. An explosive run from Landon Baker, and he'll pick up much more than just the 1st down.
Yeah, and why not with the way they've run the football tonight? Why not trust your guys, your offensive line to open up a hole? And, I mean, Landon Baker's going to find even a small hole. As you've said multiple times, we've had ones that you could drive a Lidke lumber truck through, one of our fine sponsors.
Oh, you know what? I like that you went there. I'm proud of it. We had to find something to go with. I applaud it. It'll be a reverse. They will hand to Schneider. He'll cut back up to the middle field. Stiff arms the man. Inside the 5. Touchdown Cards.
Tanner Schneider with a stiff arm at the 5. Hey, we haven't even talked about the misdirection reverse, and there's that wrinkle for the first time in the 3rd quarter, and this Cardinal offense is firing on all cylinders.
Makes it 41-0, and Millsno will come in to tack on the extra point. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, kick is good. 42-0 Cards here at Ray Dunn, rolling on homecoming. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports and Jeff's live stream.
100 years ago, one community and one relationship at a time. Employee owned, employee accountable, a personal stake in every project. Today, we are the largest well and pump contractor in the region. Our customers know us as honest people who treat them as people. We believe every family deserves clean, abundant water. To us, nothing is more important. We might not always be the lowest priced option, but integrity and dependability can be rare. And in this vital industry, prioritizing a quality experience creates lifetime relationships. Municipal Well and Pump. We care about keeping clients connected to water.
At the Pioneer Keg, great food meets a fun atmosphere. Dive into their full menu featuring award-winning cheese curds and our homemade pizzas that are simply irresistible. Try the famous Brewmaster Challenge, where the food takes center stage. And if it's Friday, get ready for our amazing Friday fish fry. Check out our relaxed atmosphere, hang with friends, where everyone has a good time.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports and Jeff's Live. Low line drive from Owen Millsna, picked up by Ralphie King. He'll cut up the middle of the field. He'll get wrapped up by Dash Wheeler of the Cards at the 28-yard line.
And Omro's going to have to go quick to get a snap off here in this 3rd quarter with 30 seconds left on the clock here and running clock the rest of the way. So they got to kind of hustle here to the line of scrimmage down to 20 seconds in this 3rd quarter. And they're not in a hurry to spot the ball or get up to the line of scrimmage here. So see if they can. Looks like they're probably going to get this off in the next 10 seconds. We'll see.
See Paxton Decker check in on defense for the Cards, as well as Devin Wendorf. They will hand up the middle to Carley. He will rumble forward and It's wrapped up by the defensive line after a gain of a pair. That'll do it for the third quarter. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Foxes after this on Radio Plus, Video Sports, and Jeff's live streams.
Come thirsty, come hungry, and leave happy. The Pioneer Keg, 122 South Milwaukee Street, Theresa, Wisconsin.
You take steps to keep yourself in top performance. When was the last time you did the same for your home's air system? Annual maintenance from the experts at Surefire helps to extend the life of your system. Proper maintenance can be the difference in years for your home's air system and major savings in energy costs when it's running at its best. Keeping your home's air system at its best will help you stay at your best for what's really important. Trust your home with Surefire. Surefire, keeping what's important comfortable since 1947.
For 50 years and counting, Verhaeg's Furniture has been proudly serving Waupun the best furniture and mattresses at prices you can afford. And we're honored to be voted best of the best mattress store in the Fond du Lac area. Stop in and check out our mattress selections. We have all kinds from traditional spring to memory foam. It is our mission to help you get a great night of sleep night after night. Visit us at 806 West Main Street, Waupun, and experience quality, comfort, and service you should trust. Visit our website at www.verhaegsfurniture.com. Verhaeg's Furniture, 50 years strong, quality you trust, and prices you'll love. Verhaeg Furniture.
Located in Lamira, Wisconsin, Schaefer Auto is your go-to destination for quality used.
Here on Radio Plus, Video Sports, and Jeff's live streams. 2nd and 8 to start the fourth quarter. 42-0 for the Cards.
21-6 over at Campbell Sport right now between the Ledgers and the Cougars, by the way.
Did see Lamira just tacked on either an extra point or a field goal. They'll give it to Keegan Miller up the middle. He will power forward. Gets wrapped up by it. Took about 4 Cards to bring him down. See on the bottom of the pile, I saw Jerry Bromley and Kellen Schaefer in there as well. And Paxton Decker was on top of that as well. Whole lot of Cards to bring down Keegan Miller. He's a big boy. I mean, you can see it.
Oh, yeah, and the leg drive is exceptional. And he's just a terrific athlete. See him on the basketball floor for the Foxes coming up this winter as well. At least he played last year. I suppose I shouldn't necessarily say that. I don't know that for sure. But he played last year, was good point guard for the Foxes.
Bondi up 21-3. Option play. They will pitch to Miller, and he's wrapped up. Kevin Keller on a tackle for loss. That'll make it 4th down, and we will see what the Foxes elect to do. 4th and 5 from their own 35, and I think they're going to go.
Yeah, running clock. I think you just get some more reps here for your offense, if nothing else. If you're from an Omro perspective here.
Berlin up 46-8 at the half over Waupun. Bondi up 21-3 now. Oakfield up 49-0 over Montello. And you said the 21-6 in the Springs game in the third quarter right about now. They will go for it. Kasabuski gets flushed out of the pocket. Throws it to Miller. Miller breaks one tackle. Powers forward right at about the sticks. We'll see where they mark him. They got him. I think it looks like he's got him marked about a half a yard to a yard short.
Yeah, I thought Miller maybe fell a little further forward than the current mark is, but if that's the spot, I think that's going to be short. I think that was maybe a touch shorter than I thought Miller got, but obviously ref has a much better angle than we do up here. And turnover on downs.
Miller doesn't believe it, and it should be Mayville football, and it is. Mayville.
Yeah, I just thought Miller's helmet was closer to the 40.
Yep.
And I mean, he wasn't carrying the ball with his knees, so I just 38 seemed a little short.
On the replay, it looked like his butt touched down with the ball about a half a yard further than where it is right now.
Yeah.
So it was close. I'll give the guy credit. The spot with as many people in on the tackle was pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, he might still have been short, right? I mean, he had to get to the 39, so he might still have been short.
Handoff will go to Dom Schelke. Rodman in at quarterback. Schelke will cut back up in the middle of the field. He'll pick up about 6. Let's see the backups from Mayville enter the game. So August Giese in there, as well as Paxton Decker in at running back or wing back.
Yeah, and this obviously they got a lot of work against North Fondy earlier this year, and talking to Coach Hilber, what he liked about that was get some of these guys some confidence under the bright lights, right? Getting to play out here, homecoming in front of the home crowd, on Ray Dunn, varsity action. I mean, the earlier you can expose guys to this, that's how you kind of continue to build a program. And we're seeing the fruits of that labor from a Mayville perspective in a big way here this season and really the past 5 years.
Decker will pick up about 7. Get it down to the 25. We'll make it a first down. Cards. Drinkline will come out of the game. We will see Coven Casper check in at tight end now. Zitlow remains the lone receiver on the field. August Giese and Dom Schelke, the wingbacks. Maxton Decker in the backfield with Rodeman. They will hand to August Giese. He'll cut up the middle of the field. Power forward, gets wrapped up by a couple of Foxes. Saw Keegan Miller in on the tackle, as well as Parker Kasabuski. It'll be a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, and this is how you know that program-wide your program is where you want it to be, because here you go. You got backups and underclassmen and guys that don't get a ton of work, and they're seeing the holes, and they're understanding where they're supposed to block guys and how the different schemes on different plays. Coach Hilbert's got to be thrilled with what he's seeing.
They'll go to Isaiah Greger. He'll roll his way forward past the first down marker. We first down Cards. He'll pick up about 4. They'll mark him at the 15. He'll come out, and Decker will check back in.
Gregor just 5'9", 145 pounds. That running lane was so big. He looked like he looked lonesome out there, middle of that running lane.
Rodeman calls Schelke in motion. He will pitch it to him. Schelke trying to find a hole. Spins around. 1 tackle. Falls his way forward for a hard-fought 3. It'll make it 2nd and 7.
Yeah, great contact balance around that right edge there, and more positive yardage here for Mayville. It's all positive, and we talked about it last week in the Springs game. It's so hard to put this team behind the sticks because the running backs are so talented and they're so strong and they fall forward. It's just to get these guys in 3rd and long is just really difficult to do.
Go up the middle with on the pitch to Giese. He'll pick up a couple more. So Lucas Krieger check in. It'll make it 3rd and 5 now at the 10-yard line.
I don't want to jinx us because, it's 5:58 in this ball game. Have we seen a yellow hanky out there tonight? I don't think so.
I don't think we've seen a flag at all. I'm just going to say it. I actually don't think we've seen a flag, and I don't think I've had a game this year.
It's a breath of fresh air. We saw so many of them in that Springs Mayville game a week ago.
I saw a fair amount of them in the Lamira-Laconia game as well.
And obviously the flyway, you tend to get them when you run as much as they do. You get pre-snap penalties and defensive lines trying to time the snap count and holding penalties. I understand it's all part of playing the game the way that the flyway does, but cleanly played game tonight. And we can all thank our lucky stars for that.
A gain of 4 on that one from Decker. Royce Miller will come out. August Giese will come back in on 4th and 1 at the 6-yard line for the Cards. Krieger to the split end to the right side. Schelke and Giese the wingbacks. They call Schelke in motion. Rodeman keeps. He's wrapped up in the backfield by Parker Kashabuski, and it'll be a turnover on down. The Foxes will start at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, great penetration from Parker Kashabuski. If he didn't get him, Keegan Miller was right behind him too. So nice stop there inside the 10-yard line from the Foxes, and probably last opportunity here offensively for Omro to get something positive in the last 4.5 minutes of this one. Again, just from their perspective, you just want to see if you can't find any momentum, from here on out, and something that you can take into the rest of their season.
And 4 minutes just about to go. Kashabuski in the pistol formation. He will hand it to Carley, and he is met in the backfield. He falls forward pushes for a hard-fought 3 to make it 2nd and 7, and it was a hard-fought 3.
I'd say. Next week's obviously a big one for Omro. They play Campbell Sport at home, and for Omro, that's a if it's a massive game. If Omro can find a way to beat Campbell Sport, the Foxes are probably, with the strength of the Flyway Conference, the Foxes will probably find themselves in the playoffs. And so that is a massive, massive game coming up next week. So if nothing else, from an Omro perspective, see if you can't find something here in terms of momentum. Here's the pitch to Keegan Miller, and that's what they're going to need next week. They're going to need Kasabuski. They're going to need Miller. This offense has got to find a way to click and find that 4th win of the season coming up next week.
It looked like Miller was only going to pick up about 12. He broke another 3 tackles to make it a gain of 20.
He's just what do they got him listed here in the program? 5'10", and probably about 180 pounds. That might even be a little much. 170.
I don't know. He looks pretty thick to me. I'd give him a brisk 185.
He runs behind his pads so well. And he's just a violent runner. It's so fun to watch.
And a whole lot of movement there, and we jinxed it, Jordan.
That's my fault.
It's going to be on the Foxes. It's going to be a false start. I think we had the right tackle move first, and it will move him back 5 yards. We went a full, what do we got, 48-minute football game, so what did we get here?
46?
46 minutes without a flag.
Yeah, that one's on me. That one's on me. When they go back through and stat this one on film, I'd like Omro to tab the broadcaster with that one. Man, I was looking forward to that.
It'll be 1st and 15 from their own 26-yard line. Kasabuski will keep. Nope, they're going to go to Miller. They fooled me. They went to Carly. It was everybody that kind of looked like a Mayville play.
Yeah, that was, hey, again, hey, steal the trade secrets, man. I mean, you saw it up close and personal here. Omro's got the athletes. Obviously you're not going to install the wing tee in one week. We're not trying to say that, but hey, they can use the misdirection and some of that stuff as well with how Carly's run the football the past, 2 weeks in particular. And then the dynamic athlete that Lucas Kasabuski is at the quarterback position. You got to find a way to get Keegan Miller a little bit more space.
They're looking downfield on the wheel route. It's underthrown. August Geezy will pick it off, and he's wrapped up, and he's thrown down by Parker Kasabuski. And the return of 4 yards. And with 40 seconds to go, that's going to do it.
Yeah, be surprised if we even see another play get run. We'll see how urgent Mayville is to get anyone out there with 30 seconds and ticking here on the game clock. Might just start lining this one up.
Do they have to run one? They might have to run one, would be my guess. Nope. Yeah, they got to put it down. Got to put it at least on a hash mark, sir. I think they might have to run one play, maybe. We'll see what they maybe take a knee. I don't know.
I mean, the play clock shouldn't have started till they spotted the football, so that should be it.
That'll do it. Cards will win 42-0 at home. On homecoming. At Ray Dunn, 42-0. We'll be back with interviews after this on Radio Plus, Video Sports, and Jeff's live stream.
At unbeatable prices. Our mission is to provide dependable cars that fit your budget. And we take pride in offering a wide selection of makes, models, years, and mileage options. If the vehicle you're looking for isn't on our lot, don't worry. Our team is dedicated to finding exactly what you need. Visit Schaefer Auto for your next purchase, where we'll work with you to find a car tailored to meet your needs. Schaefer Auto.
Angling-only guide service with Captain Jeremy Brenner.
Captain Jeremy Brenner here. We are the premier Lake Michigan salmon charter out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Each trip is 6 hours and includes fish cleaning. The cost is $400 per trip Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and only $340 on weekdays for up to 6 people. I personally guarantee you will catch fish. The season runs June through Labor Day. Contact me at anglingonlyfishing@gmail.com to book today and check out my Facebook page, Captain Jeremy Brenner, Sheboygan Salmon.
Skyline Home Improvements LLC is a proud sponsor celebrating 25 years. Cody and Dwayne are proud to be a 4-star certified CertainTeed single installer, offering up to a 50-year warranty on shingles and a 10-year warranty on workmanship. Whether it's a steel roof or rubber roof and shingles, make the right choice. Skyline Home Improvements LLC. Free estimates, of course, from the football guys at Skyline Home Improvements. So what do you say? Let's get started on your home improvement.
All-Phase HVAC sales and service is the go-to for heating, cooling, and geothermal needs. Whether it's sweltering summer days or chilly winter nights, they've got the perfect solution. Their team is dedicated to keeping homes comfortable year-round with top-notch installations and reliable repairs. Plus, they offer energy-efficient options that save money while keeping homes cozy. Trust All-Phase for all HVAC needs and enjoy a comfortable home no matter the season. Call All-Phase HVAC today.
At Mayville Savings Bank, we're a bank that is here for you, helping you save money instead of piling on service fees. We still take walk-ins, no appointment necessary. We're a bank where your loan is a local decision with friendly employees that still answer our phones. A bank that offers online and mobile banking. We're a bank where you're our best interest. Bank at the bank you own. Mayville Savings Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Precision engineering. Rigorous attention to detail. A Bryant Evolution heating system is so well designed, it's as much of a joy to install as it is to use.
Good to go.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
AirTech Heating, doing whatever it takes. Generations Lanes of El Dorado. Join one of our adult or kids leagues or bowl in our monthly Friday night tournament. Or get a group together for a family or corporate bowling function. We are more than just bowling. A great spot to bring your family for a meal. Awesome homemade pizzas and soups, as well as appetizers, wraps, and sandwiches. Daily food specials. Fish Fry Friday. Open daily at 11 with the kitchen open late. Ask about us catering your next function. We are home to Laconia Bowling and proud supporter of the Laconia Spartans and all student athletes.
Coal Oil and Propane is committed to establishing and upholding lasting relationships with our respected customers. We pledge to provide exceptional and reliable service, exceeding your expectations, and are dedicated to continuous improvement, embracing and driving change to better serve you. Whether you need service for residential, commercial, or agricultural, Coal Oil and Propane has you covered. Our goals are simple: great products, competitive pricing, and reliable service. Contact Coal Oil and Propane for all your fuel and lubricant needs. Trust Coal Oil and Propane.
Rediscover the hometown lumberyard experience in your own backyard. Hi, this is Dave, third generation of the family-owned and operated Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lamira. I welcome you to experience what the hometown lumberyard has to offer. Better products, better advice, better service. From one O-ring to all the building materials to build a house, we had the products to get the job done. Hardware, plumbing, electrical, paint, lawn and garden, automotive, bird, and so much more. Come experience what your hometown lumberyard has to offer. Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lamira, where the tracks cross Main, or online at lidkelumber.com.
Welcome back here at Ray Dunn on Radio Plus Video Sports and Jeff's Live Streams, here with Kellen Schaffner and Tanner Schneider. Kellen, a fantastic game defensively today. Sometimes I feel you get lost in the names we have on that defensive line.
Yeah.
Said your name a ton tonight.
Yeah, it's a great feeling. They ran away from Stager a lot, and that was my opportunity to show my worth and do my job. And it was tricky with that quarterback read, but eventually I figured it out and went through the hard way and got to the ball.
Preparation for this game defensively, what did you see on film that you guys could exploit?
I had to really our guys against their guys. I had to hold my gap, do my job, hit my guy, and play on their side of the ball.
What does it mean to get a big win at home on homecoming?
It means a ton. It's great for the students, all our supporters. It's a great feeling.
All right, congratulations, Kellen.
Thank you.
Tanner, 110 yards today, pair of touchdowns. A lot of holes. Seeing the offensive line today was fantastic. Looked like you drove a tractor through some of those holes.
They were huge.
What did you think for, obviously, what can you attest that to for your offensive line?
We block hard, I run hard. We get good results.
What did you see going on field today that was making you guys ready for the offensive play?
Run outside, look to cut back. That worked well.
Overall, you guys moved to 7-0, 5-0 in conference. Now you go to Laconia next week. What can you take from this week to go into next week?
Just play hard.
Yep.
Every play. Do our jobs. Yep.
Nothing else? Nothing, just simple?
Yep.
Keep it simple? All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll set it up to Jordan. He'll run a couple of ads. We'll come back after this on Radio Plus.
Gather the gang for a meal at Leroy Meats, Horicon, Ripon, and Fox Lake. Perfect tailgating treats include the freshest cuts of beef, chicken, and pork, along with award-winning sausages and cheese. Remember to stop at the Fox Lake location, now bigger and better than ever, to meet your needs. Leroy Meats also provides venison processing. For precise cuts and the tastiest products, hunters know to go to Leroy Meats. Find this week's lunch menu, coupons, and hours at LeroyMeats.com. Nobody beats Leroy Meats. Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy, pre- and post-orthopedic surgery, to work and sports injuries. The staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to you and your recovery. Your personal care plan starts with a visit to Back in Action in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein. Back in Action, getting you back in the game. BackinActionRehab.com.
Katie's Log Cabin is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner, grab one of the daily specials, or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry, Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options, appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin.
At Bernhardt Plumbing, true craftsmen are who we are. Providing customer satisfaction is what we do.
For new construction or remodeling projects, we cover the full spectrum of plumbing design, installation, and code compliance. Bernhardt Plumbing does it right down to the smallest detail.
Our experience with Bernhardt Plumbing has been absolutely fabulous. They are reliable, dependable, trustworthy, and professional.
Since 1954, a legacy of service, quality, and customer satisfaction.
At Warner Harmson, we believe your home should be as comfortable as it is beautiful. From timeless classics to today's latest trends, we carry quality furniture to fit any room that's built to last. With hometown service, affordable prices, and dependable delivery, Warner Harmson makes loving your space feel easy. Visit WarnerHarmson.com to view our comfortable, quality, and stylish furniture today.
Brock Fleischer here with Homestead Realty. I know that buying and selling a home can be stressful.
Welcome back here on the postgame show on Radio Plus, Video Sports, and Jeff's live streams. Justin Schwartzman, Randy Staplefeld, and Jordan King from the Flyaway Focus here. Jordan, Mayville wins 42-0, and they almost had 3 100-yard rushers.
Yeah, this is it is so impressive, what they're able to do, rushing the football, and not get away from it, and just chug along. You mentioned it: Tanner Schneider 110, Promersberger 99, Landon Baker 97, and Baker had the lowest yards per carry of their starting running backs at 9.7 yards per touch, or yards per carry. I shouldn't say that because he had one reception for 28 yards as well. So you throw in his receiving work, and he's got 125 yards, total yards as well. So it's just, this is how it's been all season long. But, you know, we talked about it pregame. they held Omro to 61 yards rushing and 21 yards passing. So you look at that, 82 total yards. They did something similar last week to Springs, 77 yards rushing. So it's just, this is such a tough team on both sides of the football because their offense puts you under so much pressure because they're so efficient. They're so good at capping off drives with touchdowns. And then on the other side of the football, now you feel like you got to go out there and score every time because Mayville's offense is so good. And their defense, it just feeds right into what their defense wants to do, which is good luck running the football against us. We believe that our 5-man rush, or our 4-man rush in some cases, can stop the run and at the same time get pressure on your quarterback. We have the athletes on the back end to get it done. So it's just, this is a Mayville squad that has a lot of stuff going for them right now. And, I mean, it wouldn't surprise anyone if this team makes a deep run. So, as advertised, it was going to be a tough game for Omro, but Mayville just kind of showed their class here tonight.
All around in the flyweight today, we had Lions up 49-8 with 1:53 to go in that one, as well as St. Mary Springs up 23-6 in the fourth quarter over Campbell Sports. So a couple good ones we got going there. With Fond du Lac is up 28-6 in the fourth quarter over Hortonville. Waupun driving down 46-16 against Berlin, as well as Oakfield wins 49-8. Jordan, you got a good one tomorrow. Laconia, and right in the middle of that conference, sitting in, I think they're what? Are they 3-3 as well, or are they 2-4?
Omro or Laconia 2-4, yeah.
And they will take on that very good WLA team tomorrow.
Yeah, WLA 3-3 on the season. Like I said in the pregame show, started the season out 0-3. All 3 teams they lost to, including Mayville, all ranked opponents. They've rattled off 3 straight, including the ranked win against Springs last week. And WLA, they're going to need some help from Lemira at the end of the season. Lemira or Laconia are going to have to knock off Mayville for WLA to have a chance. But, like I said, I'm looking at some of these statistics and some of the numbers and the playoff matrices, and WLA still has a good shot to get a quality seed in the postseason because of that non-conference playing Amherst and Racine St. Cat's. You get belted by both of those teams, but both of them are state championship caliber teams, So for WLA, everything is still to play for them. And for Laconia, they got to find a way to get a couple of upset wins. It's just the way it is. They got to get a couple of upset wins if they're going to get back into the playoff mix. They're currently right on the edge of being a playoff qualifier, but they got some tough games here down the stretch against WLA and Mayville in particular.
Jordan, we've seen Mayville enough to know what we're going to see from them every week, but this week, in specific, what did you see from them that makes you excited as they're continuing to roll and get ready for the playoffs?
Well, I said it last week. Mayville, you just said it. You know what Mayville's going to do. Mayville says, we know that you know what we're going to do. We don't think you can stop it. And I think, this is the third time I've seen them this year. Every team, they have dared stop us. And no one has. And really in that WLA game, the defenses you can give them some credit, but the offenses kind of stopped each other, kind of stopped themselves in that game. There were 7 combined turnovers at that WLA Mayville game. So Mayville, you know what they're going to do, and that's the beauty of it. No one can stop it. So until they run into someone that can, that's what's so impressive to me. It's nothing that jumps off the page at you. But they do it at such a high level that it's a ton of fun to watch, and it's so sustainable as well. Worth noting that it's sustainable as you get into the postseason and temperatures start to drop and it becomes playoff weather. That's when running the football and taking care of the football and converting touchdowns, converting in the red zone. That's when that becomes so important. And this is gonna be a fun Mayville team to watch the last couple of weeks of the year and into the playoffs.
Before we go, Jordan, we also got some, other than good football we got going. We got great volleyball coming up this week as well on Radio Plus and Jeff's live streams.
Yeah, coming up this week, it's the Pseudo Conference Championship right now. 2-game lead atop the Flyway Conference for both Laconia and Mayville coming up on Thursday. And that one's, the winner of that one is probably going to win the Flyway Conference. Now they both got to, Mayville's got Springs in the final match of the season. Laconia's got to go to WLA. So, they still got to take care of that final match, but all things considered, you got your conference championship coming up on Thursday, and then we got a big football game next week on Friday as well that you and I will be at with WLA and Lamira. But yeah, I'm looking forward to another massive week with my obviously my focus solely directed at the Flyway Conference. I'm looking forward to it.
I think that's what all I have next week as well. It's just Flyway sports, if I remember correctly. I think a fairly light week as well in terms of volleyball. I don't know how many games we actually had, but I know it wasn't a ton.
Yeah, Laconia's on the road at Kewaskum on Monday, and St. Mary's Springs has Living Word Lutheran at home on Tuesday. Living Word Lutheran ranked number 3 in the state right now. So, it is a lighter week. We're starting to get to that point where you got your final couple of tournaments, if you're in them, here in these next couple of weekends. Otherwise, it's the sole focus is trying to get yourself a conference championship, trying to put yourself in the best position possible when the seeding meetings come around for the playoffs.
And you want to hear more about what happened in the Flyway tonight? Jordan will have it for you in the morning.
Yeah, we had some soccer tonight elsewhere. We also had a couple of cross-country meets tonight, so we'll have all that for you tomorrow morning on the Sports Report. I don't know, sometime around 7:30 or 8 o'clock.
I want to say thank you to Jordan for the help tonight, as well as Andy Staplefeld here in Mayville at Ray Dunn Field. Cards win 42-0. Jordan will be back on here roughly about 10 a.m. tomorrow.
That's
for
right.
Homecoming as WLA takes on Laconia at 11 a.m. matchup in Fond du Lac. I want to say thank you to everybody in Mayville. Scott Hilber, always great hospitality here in Mayville as the athletic director. He's also the head coach, but does a great job accommodating us here. I know Jordan always loves coming here.
He's one of the best. I mean, he just I love coming to Ray Dunn. I love covering volleyball here. Mayville's a great place to come, great people, and I always enjoy it.
Thank you, everybody, and good night. This is Justin Schwartzmiller, Andy Staplefeld, and Jordan King signing off from Ray Dunn. I'll be back tomorrow with Run Radio Plus with some football on Radio Plus and Jordan King, and I think Lance LeCue on the call as well.
Radio Plus Sports and Jeff's live streams would like to thank our sponsors.
Hoekstro's Greenhouse, Katie's Log Cabin, Generations Lanes, and Angling Only. PT Tire and Service.
Pino Construction, Verhaeg's Furniture, Schaefer Auto.
AirTech, Pole Oil and Propane, Lit Services, Pioneer K.
Lidkey Lumber, Hoffs of Brownsville, Municipal Well and Pump.
All Phase Heating Cooling Geo. Back in Action, Brock Fleischer, Homestead Realty.
Ergo Bank Wilmira. Maxwell Plumbing, Metalcraft of Mayville.
Michaels Corporation, Quest Interiors, Schroffnagel Implements, Skyline Roofing.
Surefire Heating and Cooling, Westfall Printing and Graphics, Bristol Morgan Bank, Marshview Veterinary Clinic, Leroy Meats, Mayville Savings Bank, Bernard Plumbing, Keller Building,